Hey guys, I'm going live on YouTube doing some tarot readings, so if you have any questions or want to get to know me, just add a question down below in the comments. All right, so I'm going to ask God, I'm going to ask the universe, I'm going to ask the whole elliptical to help me to give the best readings to the people that are going to be asking me questions on this live tarot reading. I'm going live right now on YouTube, and I'm also going live on Instagram at Pura Cora Instagram, and you can start watching there also. If you don't have access to YouTube, that's where you can get me, or you can just see me now on YouTube. So don't forget to hit the like, subscribe button, and I am taking PayPal donations on aphroditemagic@gmail.com, and it's typically about $5 or $10 per card that I pull if you want to do a donation there. And I'm going to start going with a story that the tarot has for you. And I'm going to introduce myself as well. I'm Aphrodite. Welcome to my live stream. I've been a tarot reader now for a few years, and I want to say that tarot has really changed my life. It has really helped me to make the best decisions that I could make at the time that I made them. And I still have a regular job, but I'm working on making this more part of my diversified income. And so yesterday I got a few people asking me questions and I answered them. And today I'm going live and going to be doing more questions on here. Marla, does your ex still love you? Let me see. That's not good. You see the Ace of Cups is backwards and the Chariot is backwards. So that means that, I mean, your situation right now has literally been turned upside down. He has just let go of his feelings, that he did have a lot of feelings and he did feel like moving forward, but now he's not going to move forward. So if you want to turn the situation upside down, I would suggest that you really start making yourself more of a priority. You know, typically people, like, when they don't feel like they're worth it, like, the people will start seeing them that way. And so if you devalue yourself, people will like devalue you more. So if you want to change your situation, there's many things you could do. Let me see what the runes have to say for you on this. Do you want it to get better? I mean, like, there used to be love, but now it's been turned upside down. He used to want to come towards you, but now he's not. Yeah. So it does seem like you cut off communication with him, or you just cut it off. And I think it was a wise thing to do. This is the air card, so she uses her head more than her heart. And so she just, cut the rope, and that's basically what you did. You made a judgment about it. I also pulled two other cards here. You're sad because you wanted marriage. He was juggling, so there was a justice in the situation. And we see here that there are some cards too saying that you've decided to take the matters into your own hands and to take control of your emotions. So this means that you are a very emotional woman, and you are capable of extending this cup to whoever you want. But I do see, if you take a new start, you will have your 10 of Cups. And I see this for you. I've been seeing this for you for a while. So the way that the guy has been treating you, he's been coming in, before he was coming in like with a small offer of love, and you were giving him everything. And it was not a balanced situation. He was giving just a little bit, and you were giving like your whole body and everything. Typically the Queen of Wands represents, passion, love, strive for career, very passionate, very sexual, very like salesman kind of vibes. And in the past, it does seem like you guys were doing this together, but you know, if you let this go, you'll let him go, and you won't be in this kind of situation anymore. And you will find love in your life, true happiness. And this is going to happen because you did make a judgment. So, yeah, it does seem like it's just a matter of time, and just the universe is saying, just wait and see, okay? Because I do see this for you, so that's a very good thing. And hopefully you will extend this cup out to someone who's worth it. I should turn the light on. Okay. I'm drinking some mugwort tea. I mixed some chamomile, and I put in also a little bit of peppermint. It's pretty good. Let me see if I can pull another tarot card for you. Okay, so I have this girl deck, and this girl deck here, yeah, basically it'll tell you like where you're at in your journey, like to your self-actualization. So I'm going to shuffle these right now. So this is right now the card I got for you. Sorry it's backwards, but this card, you see how she's looking at herself in the mirror and she doesn't really know what she's looking at? The card says, acceptance comes with understandings equals the truth. So you have to accept that, you know, the truth of the situation, how you look at yourself, because you need to really value yourself, you know, like really, really love yourself, like every part about yourself. And you need to answer this question: do you love the person in the mirror? You really should, because, you know, these are just shells, these are just a body, but it's your soul that you need to really, you know, to really learn again, like what makes you you. Hi, Queen Bee. Doing some readings. And if you guys have any questions, I'll be answering them the best that we can. The tarot cards, the way they work. Hope you're all amazing and healthy. Yes, I'm doing great and I'm feeling pretty healthy. Just trying to help you guys out, do some readings. There's a lot of people that'll just be stuck in a relationship that they don't want. And sorry, I have this mirror here. I had this because I was doing my makeup earlier. Maybe I can just make it glow on me. Anyway, so I have some runes, I have some oracle cards, I have my tarot cards. This is the legitimate Rider-Waite deck. So this Rider-Waite deck was made by a woman who was half African American, half Anglo-Saxon, and she made every single piece of art in these, and she was like this amazing artist, and like the whole world knows her. And the problem is that, you know, she died before she became super, super famous. And, you know, these tarot decks are literally produced and used all over the world, because all of the things in the tarot card, each card represents a journey in your story and the human condition, the human life. And hey, Instagram, I'm going live on YouTube. If you guys want to type in a question below, I can answer them. And I can just read them, or you can type in a comment and I'll answer them the best that I can. If you guys have a question on anything, let me know. A question about me, and just, you know, kind of gauge how you guys are doing. Also see if I can pull some crystal healing cards. I have these too. And I'm going to reach into my bag of crystals and see what kind of energies we're tapping into. Okay. So I have this Dalmatian stone that I just pulled. To me, this means, you know, tapping into your root chakra, because it's like a red color. So really tapping into what turns you on in life. this one right here is like from a spear. It represents, you know, that sometimes we've lost some fights, but at the same time, our courage and our determination didn't go unnoticed. And this is a little piece of granite that typically reminds me of like an egg, you know. And you just have to remember that, you know, when you get in a relationship, it's a new start, it's a new approach, and you just want to make sure that that relationship isn't compromised and it's still in a good shape. Okay, Queen Bee. Do Johnny and me have a future together? We are together a year now, and we are fighting all the time, but we don't quit on each other. We went through hell and back. Queen Bee, what are your astro signs, and what's his astro sign? Because sometimes you just have to know, like, you know, you have to get back to the basics of, you know, what energies are in the relationship. He's a Sag and you're an Aries. Well, right away, that's going to be a little bit difficult because you're two fire signs, and two fire signs typically compete for sharing visions with people, and especially Aries. Aries is the one that always like is the one that comes up with like really brilliant ideas, and the Sagittarius is more of like a it's like an undying fire that just like burns a whole forest, you know, and Aries is more like a controlled campfire. So it's going to just be a little bit hard, and it's going to get really hot and heavy. I don't see it like it's a bad thing. I mean, you could definitely do it because the Aries is it. You know, I love every single Aries person I've met. They're all so cool. I really get along well with Aries. They're fire signs. I'm a Gemini. I'm an air sign. But I'm also on the cusp, so I have a little bit of the Taurus traits. And you can kind of see that I'm kind of a little bit of both. Oh yeah, he's so competitive. He's a chaotic fire warrior, and me, I'm trying to keep my shit. When I lose it, it's a mess as well. Yeah, so the best thing I can recommend to you, Queen Bee, is to just be more of a Sagittarius. Like, let yourself have space and let him have his like fires, you know. Like, wait, no, you're the Aries, right? Yeah, you're the Aries. Yeah, so the Aries is always kind of like a campfire, you know, like it's always like nice and rustling, and the Sagittarius is like, so look at this entire vision I have, and it's like a really big, like Sagittarius think really big, so you know, the Aries is capable of like controlling what they know what to control, but the Sagittarius doesn't feel like it has any bounds. It feels completely boundless. Okay. Oh yeah. So he's competitive. He's on fire. Marla, will you get married? Let me see. Will you get married, Marla? Yesterday, it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before yesterday, but somebody was worried about becoming a spinster, and I don't think that that's true. Because, hey puppies, what's going on? Well, you definitely feel right now like you're not in a good emotional place. Like you have a lot of emotions, but a quarter of them are really toxic in the relationship. And this represents Aries. So this being an Aries card means, you know, like you're sitting in the throne, but it's like really masculine energy. And you know, if you're a woman, you also have to like tap back into your feminine side, you know, and I would say like you'll find comfort when you know how to, you know, just go back to being more like feminine. How to explain that? It's like, you know, you don't go in, you start a fight. Definitely you don't do that. You definitely don't, you know, throw shit in the air and then, you know, see what happens. No, like you have to be more controlled and more reserved. I see somebody here is trying to, you know, they have like a good idea, a desire to make more money. Hey, what happened? Babe, all the lights went out.
The lights are on in here.
All the lights went out over here. Did the fuse box?
I didn't hit anything.
Sorry guys. Did the fuse box? The whole power on this side went out. That's strange. Hey guys, if you have a question on Instagram, I'm doing live readings, but right now I'm having some issues. Yeah, my lights just totally. One of the switches must have gone out.
Sure.
Can you, please? Sorry, I'm having little technical difficulties. I just lost my light source. Anyway, will you get married? Let me answer that question. This one was still talking about the Aries relationship. Libertus adultus. Okay, we're back. Wow, okay, cool. So, thank you, baby. Mwah. Yeah, I know the puppies were also kind of acting a little weird over there. So, I don't know if they're somebody's spirit guide just entered the area. So, somebody wants to make themselves known. I wonder who. Yeah, I guess Marla, we're going to answer your question. Are you going to get married? You know, the more you focus on trying to get married, like it just gets harder when you like focus too much on it, but I know you're worried about it. Let me see. For Marla, is she going to get married? Ooh, okay. I do see that there was something that just came up. Yeah. And someone is moving on from the situation. Yeah, the cards are saying that, you know, that you're still a little heartbroken. So I think you need to heal from that. Will you get married? Justice, strength, King of Cups. Oh, I said King of Cups and the King of Cups card came out. Look at that. I'd actually pulled the King of Swords and then the King of Cups came out like after I pulled that one. So King of Cups. Okay, Marla. So earlier we saw you as the Queen of Cups. So it does look like there will be a King of Cups, which is your soulmate that will come. But before then, you might meet someone first. And the first one you might meet is either an air sign or someone who just doesn't really talk very much. And so it does seem like really like there's two people that are going to be coming forward with you. And you came up like the Queen of Cups before. You're going to be looking for this guy, the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a person you will notice is a very emotional person, and that's the one that you're probably going to need the most, because it does look like there will be someone else that's kind of has like really cutting words. You don't really necessarily want the cutting words. If you came up like the Queen of Cups before, you want to go for this guy, the King of Cups. But yeah, the universe does agree that there will be justice by you having the strength to calm down your anger. But yeah, Marla, there'll be two guys that are coming towards you. And one of them's going to try to... There's also going to be somebody that is going to try to come in, but it's going to be like a temporary thing. So watch out with the players. Okay, Instagram, do you guys have any questions? I don't know if it's buffering for you guys. We've been live for 20 minutes. The internet, not the internet is fine, but the lights went out for a little bit and my dogs were a little barking over there. So somebody's spirit guide's trying to come over here and have a message for somebody. Okay, let's have some fun. Love you, babe. Okay. Put my boxes over here. Some of these, like these tarot cards, the way that you get into the tarot cards is the cards reveal themselves to you when you go on your tarot card journey. Before I even got this deck, oh Marla, guess what? This card came out. There will be a marriage. So there will be a marriage, but you'll have two choices. Okay. Yeah, so when I got into the tarot cards are real, and there's like real spirits in the cards. And the cards came to me in different ways. So there were some days that I would like see a vision of a card or be put in the position that I see the card, and the cards, when you become a tarot card reader, the cards come to you, the cards find you, the cards pick you, you know, to come into this path. It's not just anybody that'll just bounce into the tarot card world and, you know, and be really good. Like if you're going to be a real tarot card medium, you know that there's going to be spirits that come to you and show themselves to you to try to teach you the tarot. And so that's really how the tarot works. Like someone can try to teach you, but the cards have their own spirits, and so they don't necessarily like follow the rules that people give them. They do their own thing. And so like yesterday, for example, I went live and some people were asking me the same questions over and over and like testing it, and the same cards, like they would ask a similar question about the same person, and the same tarot cards would keep popping up and keep popping up. It's weird because you'll shuffle and the cards, like if I'm shuffling, there'll be a few cards that just kind of want to pop out on their own, and some people don't take them, but I do. I take them because like I understand that in my, you know, in my realm, in my bubble, like, you know, it's either like my kinetic energy that's moving it, or it's the spirit guide using the tarot cards to manipulate the cards. And I've charged all my cards. Like I have rituals for charging all these cards at the right time, like on the new moons. And you know, a lot of people just like buy them off the bookstores, wherever they sell them. But not all the cards behave the same way. Some card decks behave differently, and some cards, like, you don't feel like they have energy yet. That's why you have to charge the tarot cards, because then you'll get like new spirits jumping into the vehicle of the card. And you know, different people have different beliefs. Like if you're a heavy biologist, you know that, you know, every cell is like literally alive, like in your body, right? And in this world, in this universe, in order for a spirit to come into this world, it needs to take up a vehicle. And because we're just like floating through space, and so there's like spirits just kind of in space, you know, and like we'll catch them, just kind of like we catch thoughts and we catch feelings, and like we feel them through our body. The cards are kind of like, they become like an extension of yourself, or the universe using you to, you know, tell you the best advice. Like that's kind of how it works. And I don't know, it's really weird because like the cards don't lie. They'll just, you know, they'll reveal the situation, like the ultimate situation. And I've been in a situation where I kind of went against what the cards' advice was, and the tarot cards just proved to be right. So, you know, I do feel like I just pulled this card, the Black Tourmaline card. This one, I want to say that to me, it kind of looks like a, it's like a, what's the stone that I have? Was it, no. It looks like this, it's kind of this chunky black crystal here. It's one of the best ones for protection, and it has this kind of pattern. It's a little chunky, but this one supposedly, if you get like a big enough chunk of this, or really a big enough chunk of any like good stone, it can absorb some of that negativity. A lot of people believe in like the evil eye and stuff, and I kind of believe in those things too, because some people, their extension of like their self, like, because you know we all have like an aura. I can see auras, but we all have like an aura. Some people's auras can extend over their body, and some other people, like, they can astral travel, and so like their body like leave their body and like go somewhere. And you know, there's different ways to do it, and there's different ways to test it, but you really just have to try what works best for you, you know. I do see that for someone out there, someone needs protection, and someone is going to be meeting their soulmate soon. This is a soulmate card. This is like a quartz crystal that has like a double crystal. Hey, Jada. And rhodochrosite. I have this stone. I have this stone, but this stone basically signifies like, you know, forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving others. And some of you out there probably do need to give yourselves a little forgiveness. Jada, what career options should you pursue? Let me see. Which tarot deck would help me with that? What's your sign, Jada? Jada, what I can tell you about what you should do as a Scorpio. Okay. A Scorpio. Well, that really depends. Like, okay, so you said you're 23. Are you going to college right now? Maybe something health related. Are you... I see the bloodstone. So the bloodstone, it was one of the stones that ancient hikers used to use. They would carry that around. Let me see if I can pull a bloodstone. Okay, here's my bloodstone. Okay, so this is a bloodstone. I highly recommend it for everybody. Would you do good in daycare? Would you do good in daycare? I would say if you're trying to do daycare, I don't know. I see you doing something health related. What kind of daycare? Are you talking about like daycare with children? Or are you talking about daycare with children? Marla, is someone doing witchcraft on you? Marla, I don't think anyone's doing witchcraft on you. But if you want some witchcraft, you know who to come to. No, Marla, but when was the last time that you did like the egg cleanse? Because that's always a go-to. No, Marla. Right now, you have to seek some forgiveness. Is there someone that you're not? Well, you just got broken up with. Like, it's gonna hurt. Jada, so you love babies and children. Well, I think you should do it. Open up your own daycare. I had an aunt who ran her own daycare. The problem that happened to her was that she let her husband run the daycare for like a year or two, and he just threw it down to the ground because she was worn out. 2 days ago? So he broke up with you 2 days ago, or you feel like witchcraft happened 2 days ago? there's a lot of things you can do to protect yourself. You shouldn't be scared. Like, first of all, never be scared. Like, never ever be scared. What in healthcare should I consider? Nurse, radiology, nurse aide. Marla, do you want to talk to her about that? It depends on how much money you want to make. I feel like Marla. I shouldn't even be talking about that. But my boyfriend he's a radiology technologist. Oh, 2 days ago you did the egg cleanse. Good. Well, the egg cleanse is like just good to do anytime like you have a fear of somebody. If somebody like threw the eye, some people are really good at cursing. Believe me, like there's some people that can throw a look, and it's like whoa, like they instantly got hexed. So that's why it's good to carry around this jewelry, the eyes, Pediatric nursing. Oh, that sounds so beautiful. I was just talking to Linda about that. I was actually asking her about pediatric nursing. But she said she was working with other people, not children or not babies. Yeah, honestly, like be a nurse, you have to have a lot of empathy, and that's really hard. I mean, my boyfriend, the reason that he's really good at his radiology technician job is because he's like the most patient person in the world. Like he's very patient with me, and he's very loving and kind. He's actually a Capricorn, but he's a Pisces moon, and his Pisces moon is like everything. I've always wanted to date someone like him. Like I don't know why I never dated an emotional kind of guy or somebody that was like into like poetry and stuff. I always wanted to go for like a bad boy or like a rich guy with an attitude, and it never went anywhere because it was like playing games. Like there was a guy yesterday. Should you be a nurse? I did see something about healthcare in there because the bloodstone typically means like something in like health related stuff. I almost wanted to go into like trying to become a doctor or something, but I always had like a thing for animals, and it turned out that I ended up going into like a very long college career, and look at me, I didn't need to go to college to do tarot card readings, right? But it's good to have more than one or two jobs. Like you'll find out in your life, like if you're 23 right now and you find out in your life that you want to change careers, you can always do that. A nurse or an EMT. Nurses make more money. EMTs save more people, though, I think, because the EMTs literally resurrect people from the dead when like they're having to resuscitate people. So like if you see all that, you'll see like blood and guts and like people with attitudes, or like you don't know if the people are going to go a little crazy on you. And my boyfriend's always having to like move people in the hospital, and he's like, just because he's a guy, like he's expected to like carry everything. I'm like, just go to the gym then. Right? Yeah. And like almost all the people that I knew in high school that were in our school, a lot of them went into healthcare, and there were a few of us that decided to go into law or decided to go into architecture. But I decided to start getting into this tarot card reading business because it was a gift that came to me, and I felt like I needed to share it with the world, and that happened to me when I was 32, and like that was something I didn't expect to happen to me. Like I just thought, I was gonna like go on and get my license and just become an architect and do all that, and I'm still doing that, but I feel like my passion has kind of changed, and that's fine. Like for a few years you might be having to like find out like if you know yourself better. But it was just one day, like I just realized, I was a supervisor at work, and I had all these projects going, and I don't know. I had to be a boss. I had to be a jerk, and I'm not a jerk. I'm a nice person. Like I like to be nice, and and I like to demand like the best out of people. But it's very hard to do that when you're just working on a computer and you hardly see people. You know, when you're in the hospital, you constantly see people. Like you go to the hospital and it's like action time. Like you gotta do stuff. You gotta like go and get them because someone can just like die on you. And if you're willing to take that kind of life path, those kind of risks, I know the adrenaline's going to be high. You have to be like a very chill person, like after work and self-care and all that. In architecture, it's like I don't know. It just kind of felt like I just wanted to do something that was something that I was into. That wasn't necessarily because of the money, but because I wanted to do it. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and. So just to clarify, my ex won't be coming back. I don't know if he's not going to be coming back. If he comes back, he's going to want to come back for sex. I do see a 10 of coins for you though. So I keep seeing this for you, Marla. Just ask yourself, is this the guy that's going to be able to provide everything you need for you? How will my life be working with children? Honestly, I don't really know about. I don't have children. Like I could have been a mom, but I didn't give that life to myself because I just didn't feel like that was like what I wanted to do when I was in college, and so I could have done it, but let me see. Will my life be working with children? It's kind of like an emotional situation with children, but it's really hard with kids. Kids are not easy. Alma, you can hit the subscribe button, and also I am taking donations at Aphrodite Magic Tarot at gmail.com on PayPal. So you can donate a little this way. I mean, tarot cards are kind of expensive, I'd love to know if there's love in a committed relationship, please. Okay, well, first I have to answer Ada. Will I get married in 2022? Jada, I don't know if you're going to get married, but it does seem like you might be having sex at that time. I don't know if you've had sex before, but that might happen in 22 or 23. May I also be added, Alma Dulce? I'd love to know if there's love committed relationship coming, please. Alma Dulce. It seems like you're moving away from a situation with somebody that kept being separated from you. They do love you. Hey puppies, come over here. Come, Chuchi, come. Come over here, baby. Okay, this is my dog, Tui. Isn't she the most beautiful little puppy? Should you consider becoming a chef? Well, okay, Jada, before you would think about that, think about what happened. Think about what happened during the pandemic. All the restaurants were hit really hard. So and I had a bunch of friends that were like chefs and they all got let go. It was terrible. But if you want to cook, I mean, everyone needs to eat. It's not like you can't go to culinary school and then go to school to do something else, I was engaged to a guy who had graduated from chef school, but he didn't become a chef. And then we ended up breaking up because we just jumped into it too quickly to get married. Okay. Was I in communication? Was I in communication with Mohammed today through his fake account? I was talking to this man for a while today. Perhaps. Okay. Oh, hi, Julie. Thank you. A career in criminal justice. Let me see. I'm not really sure if a career in criminal justice is the best thing for you, Jada. Chuchu, come over here, baby. What's wrong? Okay. I'm just confused and wonder if it's him after all. I don't know what to do. Well, Jada, what are your best qualities? Come over here, Chuchi. Come. Come over here, baby. Hey, come over here, baby. Okay, guys, we're definitely having some spirits come in because my dog's starting to react. So, okay. I'm confused. I wonder if it's him at all. You wonder if it's him at all. I'm not sure. Typically, that means like you guys are moving away from the situation. Because this person who I was chatting with was definitely using fake account, and that's why I wonder if it was my ex. I'll tell you one thing: don't assume it's your ex. Like, never assume it's your ex. You know, it could be, but that's also just like you being a little paranoid. It could definitely be someone else. But if he's a Sagittarius, Sagittariuses do that shit. They will do that stuff. I had several of my friends that are Sagittarius do that stuff. They'll like snoop through your bag too. They'll like find out all your personal information. He's a Scorpio, but a Mars and Sag. That makes sense. Also, I'm a Sag moon. Sag moon. I'm pretty sure that, I don't know if you like President Trump, but he's a Sag moon too. Think about that. His emotions are always like running away. He's always running away from the truth. He's like, run away, run away, run away. I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. Emotionally, like, I don't know. Like Sagittarius in the placement of the moon is a little hard because it's always like trying to run away. You know, that's really funny. Wow. So Ivanka's also a Sag moon. You know what? I used to have a relationship with a guy who had the same that had the same moon sign as me. And like it was weird because it was kind of like we were always like emotionally in like the same place. Eventually the universe separated us, but we're still friends because we share that heart. I always say like the moon sign is like the heart, you know, like the how to describe the person. I'm a Libra moon, so I'm a triple air sign. I'm just like air, air, air. You know, I'm always talking and that's why I thought it was a really good thing for me to get on YouTube because it allows like my communication to, you know, come out. What's your sun sign rising? I'm a Gemini rising also. My second house is Cancer. You're very good looking. Thank you. It's that good Latina skin. Okay, I'm caring and intelligent and hardworking. Okay, Jada, what kind of lifestyle do you want? Because I don't know if you guys saw that one account. It was, let me see if I'm just gonna get off the live on Instagram. Like nobody's really doing anything there. And let me find this girl and I'll show you this girl. It's really good. But she basically like married this guy for his money, but they're also like good friends. Let me see. Let me see who I sent it to. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Hold on. Yeah, her name is Adrienne Shafiq. And she's really funny, but you guys should follow this girl. It's really great. Look. And that's her husband. Yeah, so basically this girl is like 20 years old and she like married this guy who's like not as attractive, but he's got all the money, he's got all the resources, and so she's like, I don't care, I have everything. Like, she has property, she has cars, she has money, she has like a 2-story mansion, and she's 20, never went to college. My friend's response to that was, until the money runs out. But I was like, those Saudi Arabian guys don't fuck around with money. Like, sorry about that, I shouldn't say the F word, but the Saudi Arabian guys don't have, you know, like, they want a hot girl, they'll get a hot girl. Like, if you turn them down, they don't care, they'll keep trying until someone does. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was a green card marriage, I'm not trying to say that. What I'm trying to say is that you don't, like, you have to see what kind of life do you want. Do you want a life like her where, you know, she's like second to her husband and she's building like wealth for both of them through a social media account? Or do you want a guy that's, you know, like, it really depends, like, what do you want? Because there's going to be trade-offs. Like, you can't have like a hot guy and like have, like, it is possible to have everything, but it depends on you. And I was making a joke that girl had she had figured out the matrix, because, like, you know, she figured out if she can put aside looks, she can go for like their heart. And I would say that to you guys too. I would say if you can put aside like how somebody looks and like see like what can they bring to your life, like, that's what being a woman is. It's waiting for the right one, you know, and it's trying to make sure that the juice is worth the squeeze. Like, is this guy really gonna come through for me, or am I just betting on something that's not gonna work out, you know? And also, you can donate to Aphrodite Magic Tarot at gmail.com if you've enjoyed the comments. Typically, pulling a card is $5 to $10. So just putting that out there. I should put up my email, but you're just trying to figure out, at 23, yeah, but at the same time, like, the right guy might just be like, I don't know, the next town over, and like you won't meet him for another 10 years because he has to divorce his wife to meet you. Like, you never know, life takes you through twists and turns. I'm just trying to figure out, my lifetime is running out. That's not true. This isn't your only life you're gonna live. I mean, especially your career. You have your whole life to figure out your career. If you're gonna have kids or you're gonna have a career, two things can happen. So either you become a career woman or you become a mom with children. You have those two options, you know, and doing both is really hard. If you do both, you might not have like 5 kids. You might have 1 kid and still be able to manage a business, but, you know, otherwise it takes both people like working on the business to have 1 or 2 or 3 kids or 4 kids, you know. Like, it's always good to find somebody that is in the same kind of background as you, so you guys can work on something together. Otherwise you're gonna, like, you know, be making other people rich instead of like you rich, you know. Yeah, Jada, like, that's why I want to tell you, like, okay, so I've given some really good career advice. The question is, are you good at math? Can you do mental math? I used to teach at the university. I used to teach biology at the university as a TA. And I had like labs and stuff, right? And I just put up a note for some students to come in and to, you know, for them to like help me with work. And so I just put up, volunteers, and there was this amazing student that came out, and I figured out that she could do mental math. And I asked her, I was like, why are you studying economics? And she was like, I don't know. I've just always been good at math, and I figured that economics would be math. And I was like, no, economics is like a liberal science. What is liberal science? A liberal study. And, liberal studies are typically associated with like either writing careers or with being an attorney. And you could become an economist, but it's still kind of is a little bit difficult in the economics world. And so she ended up becoming what kind of engineer? She became like a mechanical engineer, and she was struggling. Like when I told her this advice, she was getting C's and D's in her classes. And she is this brilliant girl that was able to do mental math. And I was like, why aren't you like studying engineering or something? And then she switched majors to engineering, got into mechanical engineering, and she was like, Liz, I made straight A's the whole time. And it's like, you have to get like the one thing you're really good at. You have to get the one thing you're really good at and like just dive in completely, What's my sun sign? I'm a Gemini. And like I said, guys, if you want tarot readings, just put in your question below. And also, don't forget to give some love to my PayPal account at aphrodite@gmail.com. These tarot decks obviously do cost money, and soon enough I'm going to be selling tarot cards too. I found some really rare cards that are coming, and I'm going to start selling them. They're actually oracle cards, they're not tarot cards. Hi, Gloria. Would love to know what's coming towards you. Gloria, I'm taking donations on PayPal at aphrodite@gmail.com. I'm pulling cards. I'm going to be on from now until like the evening. So, we have time to answer questions. There are many readings. Would love to know what's coming towards me. Perhaps like a business person, but they're in this like hangman position because they're working on their career right now. Gloria. Yeah, but it's going to be worth it. There's going to be somebody very successful that's coming towards you, Gloria. Look for the successful one, Gloria. I did see a big coin, so it'll be worth it. Okay, let me see if I can get back on Instagram. See if I can get people to do tarot readings. Okay. So does anybody want to know anything juicy, anything shady, anything about love, career, romance? I have a few decks. What about a medical IT career? Yes, you want to know. Well, me, the Floyd. Yes, I want to know. Okay, what about a medical IT career? I don't know about a medical IT career, Jada. Okay. Hi, may I please ask, what are the Taurus intentions with me? Okay, Queen Luna, I'm going to be very honest about Tauruses. Tauruses, they do not like fights it all. Like when you push them into a fight, man, they find a very hard time letting go of fights. Yes, Choo Choo? What's wrong, baby? And either they're gonna stay with you for the long term or they're gonna make it clear. Oh, he has good intentions with you. He wants to stay with you for the long term. I'm not sure if he wants kids, but he definitely wants to save money. What about shady stuff in my love life? I don't know if there's shady stuff in your love life. Okay. But we can find out. Let me see. Daddy Chewy. Such a good little puppy. He's so cute. I love her. I love her so much. What does she want with me? Is it shady? Me, love. What does she want with me? Is she shady? Well, if you guys like my readings, like I said, please donate at PayPal, Aphrodite Magic Tarot at Gmail. I'm going to type it below so you guys know. Hi, Choo Choo. Sorry, guys. My dog is wanting attention. What does she want with me? Is it shady? She doesn't necessarily know where time is gone. It seems like there's been a lot of events that have happened. And things have just been flipped to the side. Choo Choo. Come on, baby. What's wrong? What's wrong, Choo Choo? What's wrong, baby? She'll start barking after a while because spirits will kind of spook her a little bit. So that's just the spirit guides trying to come in and give messages because, you know, like the cards will start, you know, doing their thing depending on who's watching. So she gets a little startled sometimes. My other dog doesn't really mind at all, though. Where's my baby? Where's my little baby? Hey, Mommy24. If you want a question answered, I'm doing live tarot readings. I think Instagram is just kind of buffering. Oh, my boyfriend just sent me a text message that they don't have any keto bars at Costco. What am I gonna do? I'm on a diet. And I need chocolate. Anybody else out there love chocolate? I know. I guess I'll just have to keep eating my protein mug cakes with no sugar. All right, guys. So if you have any questions, you know, feel free to type in below or tell your friends if they want to come in and we can talk about stuff. And you can donate also at AphroditeMagicTarot@gmail.com. Typically, to pull a card is $5 to $10 a card. I'm doing this weekend special, the whole weekend. I'm just going to be doing tarot readings. What do you need, baby? Bumblebee Jasper. So somebody here in the chat room, I guess there's only one person left. This card came out for you, the Bumblebee Jasper. What does Bumblebee Jasper say? So Bumblebee Jasper has to do with trust. So it seems like there's a few situations in your life that that have come up to this point where like something big's gonna happen. Like this is a manifestation, a really good manifestation stone. What, Chewy? I'm sorry, my dog's barking. Do you water? What's up, baby? No water? Get some more of my pee. Yeah, and so I love this tea because you can put in your own herbs and spices in here, and I really love it because I can drink the healing herbs that, you know, over time you'll heal and you heal and you heal when you take the right stuff. Georgia Peach, love reading, please. Wait, let me put this away. Love reading, please. Okay, so I'm doing live readings right now. So ask a question and you can donate to Aphrodite Magic Tarot on PayPal. And I'm going to be pulling cards, and you can donate $5, $10 a card as you like, or you can donate more. If it helps to answer your question, it can completely change your life, and it gives you a different perspective from what your guides are trying to tell you with the cards. And we definitely have some spirits in the air around here. I definitely sense them. So the messages want to come to you. Ooh. I got another card that came out, Carnelian. So this Carnelian stone has to do with learning to enjoy the sweet things in life. It also has to do with creativity. And it definitely stands for using your intuition and your intuitive gifts. It also has to do with having the strength to endure any sorrow. So someone out there has been feeling not so good, and you know the universe is trying to tell you to just be creative and to hold on. Good things will happen once you can open up the doors to your creativity. I also have a really juicy deck called the Blue Lenormand deck. This one is a really, really unique deck. This is one of those fortune-telling cards. And these are very heavy cards, you know, like they'll tell you some really amazing stuff, you know, and you just have to be able to trust it. But I'm not going to pull any Lenormand of these if we don't do a donation, because these are very serious cards. Like if I pull these cards, it could like change your whole future because they're that powerful. But this is the message for you. So this is a message about birds. So if you work in the spiritual community, you know that if you're channeling birds, you're channeling messengers. It has to do with astro travel. And it says here, birds bring a message full of cheer. If this card feels distant, not all is clear. Whatever the outcome, remain without fear. Woes will be brief when the birds disappear. I just got chills when I said that. So yes, the birds do convey messages. Typically when the birds, like if you're channeling birds in your readings, it has to do with, you know, like the divine coming to bring you a message. Or perhaps someone from the dead coming and watching you in the shape of a bird. Kasha, who's coming towards you in love? Who's coming towards you in love? They're saying to wait and see. There's a situation that you've been a part of that still requires you to be more patient. Come to Jean. Are you missing your daddy? He's coming, Tucci. He's coming. Yeah, there's going to be somebody coming, and they represent a very passionate person. Chewy, what? What, baby? What? My dog is being very needy right now. Oh, she just wants to say hi to you guys. Look, she's all happy now. Look at this little precious. It's my little precious baby. I love her so much. Such a good baby puppy. Kasha, who's coming towards you in love? Did I answer your question, or do you need someone in here practices the occult, huh? I see there's one person watching right now. This is probably you, or you're trying to manifest something big right now. Yeah, there's somebody in here that is doing something in the dark, and they're disappointed about something that happened in the past. Are you guys familiar with Walter Mercado, the old astrologer? He was also a tarot card reader. He would do runes. He would do all these shows online. I love that guy. Almost everybody in the world in the 90s through the 2000s, everybody in the 80s knew him too. He's like a big guy that started, talking about the occult and the Latino culture, and it wasn't like a big deal because he was mixing it with Catholicism, he was mixing it with Hinduism, and I'm into, like looking at what every religion is trying to teach you about what it means to have faith. And I did that journey for a good 2 years. I was just learning about how, my mediumship and how to improve my life, because I wasn't necessarily happy with where I was and the person I was becoming. I was becoming like a supervisor that didn't have a heart, that just demanded results and had a lot of expectations. Okay, Jada, you can also put a donation too on my website. I don't mind. You can ask. Oh, you have dry skin, baby. You have a scab. Okay. Let me see what's going on. Okay, Gmail. Okay. So, should I pursue social work, humanitarianism? I studied that a little in college. Jada, what are you more concerned about? Are you concerned more about your personal wealth and well-being? Are you more concerned about, doing good for the community and not for yourself? And doing just humanitarianism? Are you trying to become a philanthropist? Or are you trying to just kind of be in the middle and not be in the spotlight? It really, you need to take a full personality test for that, because there's a lot of ways you can turn. The best thing I can say is what happened with me is I was thinking about going into becoming a doctor or a nurse for a long time, and I took classes. And I realized that I didn't like blood and guts. And so And then I started taking some art classes, and I just figured out that I was just really good at drawing or thinking outside the box, and that led me to like my first career, you know. And you just like, what are like the, if you can name 5 things that you're really good at that are your hobbies, like write them down. Like, what are the 5 things you love to do? Do you like sewing? Do you like metalworking? Do you like writing? Do you like touching other people? Do you like animals? Like, there's got to be 5 things, and name at least one of them that you're really, really good at. Like, what is the best thing that you're good at? Because depending on what you're good at, it's gonna, kind of help to shape where you're going. Because like my sister studied engineering, and she just wasn't like the best at math, but she's really creative. So like she's been keeping at it, but she knows that she's not the best at math. And so like my other friend who could do mental math, she didn't have that gift. So she wasn't getting straight A's. So like you could struggle and struggle with something, even though like you really want to do it, but it takes passion, it takes talent, and it takes dedication. You won't get anywhere without those 3, and you got to focus on one thing at a time. Yeah, see, what I'm going to tell you about that, Jada, is that becoming a philanthropist is really hard. Oh yeah, it's blue. I have blue hair. It's half dyed blue. Okay. So, like for me, I'm trying to do philanthropy also. And I went at it really hard. I think it was like a year or 2 ago. I started this Patreon page, and I was trying to get more like immigrant, like trying to get more work visas for immigrants. But I just realized that I was just one person. I didn't have like a team to do it with. And so to become a philanthropist, you almost have to like start making your money. And then you could do philanthropy because you have money. I took a class on nonprofit leadership management online under Notre Dame, and so I went to Notre Dame online to study that. And you can just take like an online course and start learning about nonprofits. A lot of people don't know that you can get 15% in America. You can get 15% of the amount you were going to contribute to the taxes, and you can contribute it to the food bank. And you still have to pay like a 10-15% difference, but part of that money you can give to the government. So just if you can get a successful business, you can still do philanthropy through it, but you'd be getting it from your profits, and paying like a part of your taxes that way, because people need food at the food banks. Okay, 1, writing, 2, helping people, 3, singing, 4, figuring out problems. You know what, Jada? I could see you with like a psychology degree, I think you could give some really good advice to people with problems, like mental problems. We're typing along, and when we do the tarot world, like we do deal with a few crazy people, so we have to give kind of advice to some people that are, that they really don't have like a reason to be trying to find out the occult because they're acting like crazy people and they need to go see a psychologist. Hey, you have to have money already. Yes, because yeah, exactly what I said. Tell me, you basically have to have money already to become a philanthropist, and that's like why it's so hard to become a philanthropist. Psychology, you could do psychiatry too, except those people mostly deal with like giving out medicine. But actually, Jada, my psychiatrist is a nurse practitioner. So you can pursue the nursing career and then later decide you want to specialize in psychology. So the nursing career is really broad. You have to have money to make money in general. Blue Nile, have you ever heard of the Law of Attraction by Abraham Hicks? What, Choo-choo? The easiest thing is actually making money, though, if you think about it. It's just energy. You have to just, give an equal exchange. What's up, puppy? You're missing your daddy. I need you to go to the other room. Did you? Come on. I just had to put her in the other room. What about it? I've read Secret, but that's about it. Okay, so the way you do it. Okay, so this is why it's so important that you have to really get behind your spiritual backing, because it almost takes a lot of energy to defeat the other energies in the world, because there's a lot of energies that we've been kind of programmed that money is like a bad thing, but it's not. It really just amplifies everything you have when you have money, but you have to be able to make good investments. And so this is another reason that you can also seek out the tarot, because the tarot isn't necessarily trying to the tarot doesn't have an agenda. The tarot does its own thing. Like, it's just telling you the truth. It's just like, this is what it is. It does tend to confuse people because regular people get their hands on it and they haven't necessarily done all the work it takes to become a tarot reader. My dog's still barking in the other room. I don't know what she wants. So, in the law of attraction, what it says is that, that there's this vortex of everyone and everything you're trying to do. So they have a lot of programs. Some people might call it the greed creed, whatever. I'm not going to worry about greed because I'm not a greedy person. I'm just trying to, live my life and do the best thing I can do for me when I need help, get help, And I do believe that the good deeds that you do in your life come back to you. And for example, when I started getting into, I struggle so much with money and lack mindset. Every time I try to get out, I feel like I sink back in. Yes, Blue, now that's exactly how that works. And I did struggle with that for a long time. And I didn't understand that until one time I had a dream where I was, and I was like on a vacation with my ex-fiance, and we were like in the Alps or somewhere in Italy. And we were like on a 12 or 13-day vacation. And we were at this one very expensive, like W-like hotel. And then we're already 6 days into the vacation. And on the 6th day, I'm like asking about the bill. I'm like, this is a dream. Why am I thinking about that? Like, in your dreams, you can literally like imagine money and it's like, poof, you get money in your hand. Like, you don't have to worry about that in your dream. And so the universe will start saying, like, you have to think bigger than what you are. You have to think boundlessly. You have to love boundlessly, and you have to respect when people want like their own autonomy, and you have to know that you have to do good in this life. You want to benefit others. You don't want to do bad, non-maleficence. You want to make sure you're all about justice and you have moral values. And once you have all those in check, man, the money starts coming. They starts flying in. It just starts coming in, and it just takes a little courage to open up those doors of opportunity that are coming towards you. Whew. Yeah, there is a lot of competition for tarot. There's competition in all sorts of places. Blue Nile, I don't doubt it, because I am very connected to the divine. I've gone through this whole crazy spiritual awakening, and the first time I went to a tarot reader, I don't know how old I was. I was like 28, and I was asking about this guy who was playing with me. Later on, I found out he was dating like 10 women, and I was seeing like 2 guys locally and him, but I was like in love with him, and I ended up like doing some stupid things because I didn't see, I couldn't see because I didn't believe in anything. And I figured out that when I started believing again, my intuition came in, and it was like my spirit guides literally said, "Where have you been? We missed you." Okay. So crazy how you brought this up because I want to leave home, but I can't get a job. Choo choo. Monsky? Yes, Roz, you can ask a question. I'm taking donations at Aphrodite Magic Tarot at gmail.com. Yes, you can ask. And I'm just going to be doing them. I don't necessarily want to be checking to see if I got the payment, but, you know, I would like some love on my bank account, please. Each one of these tarot decks is like $30 each, so and I have a bunch, you know, and I'm trying to actually sell some when as soon as my package comes in. Yeah, which is gonna be a while. Shipping right now is taking forever with the whole COVID thing. All right, so somebody, okay, Roz, is there something that I'm getting this feeling like somebody thinks like this is a waste of money. I'm getting that sense like someone's like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to spend money," but you know, $5 here, $10 there doesn't hurt anybody. You know, like it's not much, and you know, it is like I do have to say it's for entertainment purposes because we're just hanging out and doing that, but I do have the ability to connect on a higher level, but that does take like actually scheduling an appointment with me at my website, Aphrodite Magic Tarot at gmail.com is my website, but I do have a website and it's AphroditeMagicTarot.com. I'll just put that in there. My nose it's not bleeding. No, it's just red. I had a nose surgery, so I have like it's just a scar. No, I don't have an OnlyFans. My boyfriend would probably kill me if I did that. I'm like, why didn't they have OnlyFans when I was 18? I was so beautiful when I was young. I'm in my 30s now, but I'm still in my early 30s. So my boyfriend doesn't want to have kids, and one of the things that triggered my spiritual enlightening was when I was starting to have like hormonal problems, and it was because I was engaged to somebody that I was infatuated with, but I wasn't in love with him, and that wasn't really something I knew until I was already with him like 3 years, and that's about how long the infatuation actually lasts. So I was like, actually, I didn't even like it. It just kind of went away, you know, like my feelings just went away. So it really takes 3 years to figure out if you're still thinking about them after 3 years, it's unfinished business and it's not infatuation. Okay. One of the cards fell to the floor. I didn't see one fall. You can ask questions and we'll see about that. The best thing to do is just to try to be the most positive person. Like try to be the most positive person that you can be, and if you can have friends that cheer you up, do it. They say like you're the closest 5 people you are, and if you have to tell one of your friends that you're tired of dealing with them and you don't want to be their friend, that is in your liberty for you to be able to cut off that connection because it has become toxic, and you know, and you don't need any of this like bringing up the past, you know, just make some new friends and get over it, you know. Like sometimes if you get outcast of a group, who cares? It's their loss anyway, you know. Thank you. I'm a mix of Latina. I'm Latina, but I'm a mix of Caucasian and Native American. And you can tell I'm Native American because, like, I actually have some features that are uniquely Native American. Like, I don't grow really much hair on my arms, and I do tan if I go in the sun a lot, and also I don't have wisdom teeth. That's very typical in among Native American populations, but they would be Mexican Native Americans. But of course, we say that the borders crossed us, so you know. So if you guys have any questions, I can answer them. You can donate. You can schedule a personal reading. I do have a special for first-time customers. First-time customers, $25 for their first reading. That's a personal reading. That would be just like an hour with you and just talking about your issues. And then after that, the price goes up because I do have to, charge for my services. And I am also a seance, so I can get in touch with people in different dimensions also. Hello, ma'am, new here, liked and subscribed. Will Taurus SM marry me in the future? Will a Taurus guy SM marry me in the future? So no. I'm taking donations at Aphrodite Magic Tarot at gmail.com. $5, $10 cards is the suggested donation. I'm still going to pull the cards, but I do appreciate if you guys go and put in some money into that account. I have it listed on the comment section below. Okay. Will Taurus SM marry me in the future? Okay. I don't want to charge you money if I'm going to tell you no. But this would have been like about $30 worth of questions, but I would just tell you no because there's been a lot of competition that's happened between you and him. Either he has a lot of people around him, you have a lot of people around you. Right now, he's not communicating. He's not sharing his finances with you. He's saving. Either you're saving, he's saving. But there's like literally almost no communication going on right now. And, he's more concerned about money, honestly, right now. You're very emotional. You're coming in like the Queen of Cups. Like you are full of emotions, although in this card it's depicted as her having like a lid on her cup because she doesn't just share it to everybody. But you have been consistently the Queen of Cups with him, and you're almost keeping yourself in this stuck position, and like you can just get out of the situation if you want, because right now you think that he's gonna come in, that he's going to come in full force, but usually this night here typically means he's going to come in hard. He's going to almost like he's going to want sex. He's going to want everything of a relationship, but he's not going to go like necessarily all the way. And that's fully, that's more, what I have to tell you is that he's still feeling bad about someone else. And he's not looking at the 2 cups that you're offering him. So he's looking back. He's not looking at the potential relationship you have. He's looking at the 3 other relationships that he ruined. He did say we could plan a marriage in the future if things go well. See, like, this is the one thing I have to explain, okay? So the only way you're going to know if a man is serious about marrying you is if they've been in your life and if they've shared everything with you. You have to ask them to come towards you, to give you everything you need as a woman. He has to come in like the King of Cups to meet you as the Queen of Cups, but he's still heartbroken over something that happened. which is my zodiac. I'm a Gemini. I'm a Libra moon. So that's why my tarot cards are read, because I'm like, justice, you know. And my rising is a Gemini also. And I have a huge like Gemini asterism. So, and sometimes when I meditate, I'm like actually in the constellation itself. Right, ma'am. So, all right, ma'am, I got you trying to explain. Thank you so much. Well, you know, Gemini rising. Have you ever tried dating a Leo rising? Because I heard that might be a good combination. I've never dated a Leo though, but I kind of picked that up when I was reading your message, is to look out for like a Leo rising or someone with Leo in their chart. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the other thing I could tell you, Sonal Aurora, is when it comes to that situation, when someone is sad about someone else, because what he wanted a reunion with someone else and it didn't happen. And so like you could offer him a partnership, but right now he's not going to pay attention to him. You have to sit down with him, be with him in the same room, look at him and be like, make a move, you know, like you have to be direct. You have to be like, make a move, you know, and then you can let him forget about his pain with you, or you can wait until he's done feeling the pain. People say water and earth signs go well. I'm a Pisces, he's a Taurus. But things are different here. I don't know. I mean, I think Pisces and Taurus is a good mix. The Pisces waters the earth, you know, and you just, what happens with that combination of signs is that sometimes like you were coming in like the Queen of Cups, and what happens to an earth sign when you come in and you bring a bunch of water, you bring a bunch of water, you know what happens? You get like a boggy swampy fen, you know, and like that, what that does is like it kind of destroys like your real dreams, you know, because, and it'll manifest. And this is kind of funny, but when you start over watering the earth, what happens is like they're thinking about old relationships, and like it'll manifest in like blood fungus, believe it or not, because it has to do with the 12th chakra, the feet. So he may be sad about our connection as well, because recently we both drifted apart, yet we exchanged messages in 2 days or so. Well, like I said, so do you want me to pull some cards? You can give a little love to my PayPal, and I can try to get more into it and see how we can turn it around. But right now, that's what's going on. See, like okay. So this is what happens when you're dating. Okay, you're not just seeing one person, like you're seeing all these people, and this is how guys are. They see a bunch of people too, and a lot of people just are serial daters. They'll like date and date and date and date and date, and I have been accused of being a serial dater too, but I already know myself. Like I already know that I'm more comfortable in a relationship. But because I've never really, like in the past, I never really dealt with it. I just went like relationship to relationship. And so I was just constantly finding myself in infatuation stage, and like it ending and ending and ending and ending. And like it typically would last like 3 years in each relationship. And I just realized that psychologically, like I looked up what that was, and it was like I just got infatuated with people like one after the other. And that's not stuff for like a long-term marriage. So if you're gonna marry somebody, I would say don't marry someone if you haven't spent at least 3 years with each other. I know people are always talking about like the 6-month honeymoon phase. BS. It's actually the 3-year mark. If they're still in your life after 3 years and they're stubborn that they want to be in your life, that means that it's gone past the infatuation stage. So, like, ideally, you'll be doing like a courtship relationship for 1 year, and then for 2 years, you'll try to, date them, and at the end of the 3 years, then you should propose. A lot of people say like, oh, you're not going to marry them if you don't get married within the first year or two, and I say that's dangerous, because in my experience, after the 3-year mark, you'll find out if you actually do love them or not. Okay. João Firmino, what do you see for me towards my new online business? Huh. Okay. It seems like and I'm pulling cards, and I'm doing like $5 a card. I'm just gonna keep doing readings, and I'm not gonna check the box, but I do hope that people are putting in $5, $10 suggested donation per tarot card or whatever you can. But João Firmino, what do you see towards my online business? I do see that you have a desire to make money. I do see that you're tempering your emotions, and you're trying to, to balance right now your emotions about it, because it takes, it takes being very grounded and also emotional in the whole like coming together of a business. I do see that you will be making money from it. However, I do feel like it's going to take a strain on your relationship. If you're in a romantic or sexual relationship, it's going to take a toll on it, because your partner is not going to have like everything that they had before, and like you might end up like doing great in business, but you might end up like kind of risking some stuff in your relationship, to the point where you might actually have to find a new partner afterwards if you're with somebody. So, I see your business is going to be fine, but I do kind of see like that the other things you had in your life are going to have to take a back seat to this business if you really want it to flourish. But I do see it's a new start for you, so that's a really good sign. When you get the Fool card pulled in a career reading, this means that it's a happy new start, and it's very lucky. So you do have a lot of luck in your venture. So just try not to over exaggerate when you do things. Like, make sure to do all the math, make sure that you make it legal, make sure that you're advertising your services or products. Make sure you tell your friends and family, and never underestimate the power of Facebook, because Facebook is a great platform. And literally, like, I think I use GoDaddy, and like it literally asks you to like log in through Facebook that way. And it's a little bit hard when there's more than one person in the business, because you have to like manage all the passwords and stuff, because different people are logging in. And you just have to make sure that you get a good SEO planner. I don't know. I know. So SEO is like a search engine optimization, and you can pay developers to do this extra work for you, so that when your business, like when you're advertising your business online, it will come up as the first 1 or 2 searches, and then boom, your business just comes in, because that little bit of money, the few $1,800 you paid the guy to put it on this magic code, will be worth it. Like, and like, I worked with a guy, his name was Zach Sage, and he helped me to set up the first website that I helped someone to do. And he was really affordable, and he started this whole, and he helped like another business, and I think they were called like Green Grocer or something, and he had like set up all the products and everything, and people were just online ordering. That was like 10 years ago. That company is doing great. They have like brick and mortars now and stuff. You just have to learn to be patient, and you also have to know it takes a few years to make money in your business before, like, don't get discouraged. And if you get discouraged, find someone that can help you to be encouraged again. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help when you need the help. Hi, Ruth. How can I get his attention? Whose attention? What's his sign and what's your sign? Okay, can I get attention? I'm so lost without him, girl. Pisces, I'm a Taurus. Yeah, you guys are not talking anymore. I'm sorry. I think maybe somebody might have done some spell work. I think someone might have done some spell work to try to attract him away from you. But it might have also been a career move. He does tend to be a little drunk and disorderly, but at least he has money. Do you guys have a child together, or is he a Leo? No, he's a Taurus, so it must be something either related to, maybe he's seeing a Leo. Yeah, I mean, he brings you happiness. Leo, yeah, I have a child with Leo. Oh! See, the cards don't lie. This is no fake psychic tarot reading. These are real. Yeah. Well, it seems like there's definitely an earth sign in your life. I'm so lost in, yeah. Well, maybe what the cards are trying to say is maybe you can do a come to me spell. Have you ever done one of those before? You guys have to start following my Pura Cora Spotify. Let me put it on here so you guys can go check out. Okay, any spell won't work, doesn't work, or help the situation. I don't know why. So, okay. Well, it does seem like they're having magic spells. Like, okay, so Ruth, when you do spells, like, you have to know the gravity of the spells that you're doing. You have to know it's gonna take time. Like, it's gonna take time. If you do a spell, it's gonna take time, and you have to keep putting your energy towards it. But I do see someone here coming in like a King of Pentacles. And this is an earth sign that can be a King of Pentacles. I think you just have to wait for the magic to happen. And the way that you get it to work is you have to get him to start balancing the situation. And once he invests a little into it, then it'll start balancing and then the magic will work. Did another woman do spell work? I don't think so. I think right now it's just a period of rest and you have to wait for the magic to work. And he will come in like a king because there's obviously a child in the situation. Just keep doing spell work. Just keep doing it. It'll eventually work, but you have to be in this positive spirit whenever you do spells because it'll happen. Like you can't have one distraction. You have to be very clear. Pisces is a water sign and we don't have kids. You're the Taurus. Okay, if you're the Taurus, it means that this is you. It means that you've taken on being a mother and a father to your child. And it also means that perhaps you've taken on this alpha female role, and it's trying to remind you to get back to your feminine side. If you want to attract him again, get back into your feminine side. But this isn't necessarily talking about him. This is either talking about you coming in as a masculine energy or someone in the future coming in and bringing this to you. How? I need help. I do some spell work if you need spell work, but what I see though is I see an earth sign. It's either you coming in for your child or another earth sign coming in to provide for you and your child. Because this is okay. I'm just gonna put them in order so you see what's going on. Because this is your situation. Okay? This is your situation right now. It's a time of rest. There's been some magic done. You're either coming in as a masculine energy and bringing in all the abundance for your child, or there's fixing to be a male that's going to come in with all this energy and your child. But this person also has a bunch of grapes on them, so they do tend to have some vices. It's not a bad thing. I mean, like how else do you put off stress when you're just focused on your coin? Some people like to drink, some people like to engage in hobbies, activities. What I would say is try to tap back into your feminine side, because I don't see you on this chart. I see kind of like your life situation. I'm so depressed, I can't do this anymore. See, okay, so being depressed is a catch-22, Ruth. You have to know that. Do you know that it's a catch-22 to be depressed? Okay. So the only way, I don't know how to get back with my female side. Well, okay, it is a catch-22, okay? Because, okay, so there's a lot of studies in psychology about how long it takes to build a good habit, right? And so when you're depressed, you feel terrible and like you keep manifesting it because you keep focusing on the depression, bringing up the fact that you're depressed. And so that energy like tends to find you more depressed energy. And so what you have to do is you have to reprogram your mind. It takes 22 days. And so I can tell you how I got out of my depression. It took some work, and I did work with someone at the time that was helping me to get out of my dark cloud, because I did kind of feel like I didn't feel right, and I just had some gunk on my aura that I had to get rid of. So I sought out help. And so this lady, okay, so she was a healer, but the way that she would heal is that she would make you do self-help. And I do talk about all this stuff on my podcast. If you want to check out the Budak Wadak Coven podcast, we talk about shadow work. We talk about everything. And so I went out to the store and I got myself this book. I got it at the dollar store. It wasn't expensive. But the title of the book says, Believe in Your Magic. Believe in your magic, right? And so I went through it and I started putting down all my feelings. And I titled the book Positive Things in My Wonderful and Amazing, Courageous and Exciting Life, full of experiences with gratitude towards the divine. And so I basically like wrote that down. And then I started looking at my chart, like my chart. I literally like wrote down everything in my chart and I put them all down, right? And I started like trying to understand like what each planet represents and like my placement, because we're all unique and like not everything's going to work for us. And then I started like explaining myself. I was like, okay, so what have been my Jupiter like experiences? What have been my Mars like experiences? What have been my Venus like experiences? Like, when have I been the most happy? What have been my Saturn experiences? And so, and I came down to it, and then I realized that I appreciated the times that I was hardest with myself. Like when I decided to get on a schedule, when I decided to get a Fitbit and get in shape and lose 10 pounds, like when I decided to get on YouTube, like it took a lot of courage, but it also took, some work to try to get there. And like going to college was a whole thing. But if you're depressed, it's a catch-22, because the chemicals in your brain will keep like reattaching to the chemicals that like pull you back into depression. And so you literally have to write down everything you appreciate about your memories. So this is a ritual that you can do, Ruth. Okay. So one day that you don't have your kid, make like set up your home like it's going to be a date, like a date night kind of, but do it for you. Like just do it for you and be romantic with yourself. Like that's hard to describe, but it's not going to be like, oh, I'm going to go and like, play with the vibe. No. It's about bringing out like the romantic side of like your like you have to bring out the poet inside you. You have to bring out like the beauty inside you. So you have to like look back at all the memories that you love and you write them down, and like write down everything that you're happy about. And every time you feel a negative thought, replace it with a positive thought. Go back to like a feeling like when you were a kid and you were playing with your dog. Like go back to a memory, in your head that literally becomes like your home, And you can do this in your dreams. I have my kid 24/7. I'm not working since March. Maybe just wait for so you have to take care of your kid by yourself. Yeah, I do. Like if this is you, you've had to do every role for your kid. Like you're the mom, you're the dad, like, and you have to bring it all in. So like, and the grapes on here like represent like, having to cope, like, sometimes through substance abuse, like drinking, which isn't a bad thing, like completely, just, you have to be moderate, you can start replacing it with like seltzer water. You could start replacing it with tea. But really, you just have to turn yourself like into a healthy person. Like start, like, I recommend, yeah, see the coffee, you know what you need to do? I'm going to show you what we need to do. Okay. Okay, switch to ginseng concentrate. Switch to this. You can literally replace coffee with a few of these, like and just mix it with water and drink it. You will get back your adrenal glands, like, because your adrenal glands, I think they're located in your liver. No, it's not your liver. It's your kidneys. You have your adrenal glands in your kidneys. Switch to matcha before? Yeah, no, this is different than matcha. This is ginseng. Ginseng helps you with your brain, and it helps you with your pituitary gland. You're losing yourself. Oh my gosh. It's really hard, you know? Sometimes it's like what you have to do is you have to try ginseng. Like it's good, but and also try teas. Like try tea. Like I said, go if you go to like a witchcraft store or they always have like a whole bunch of spices and stuff, and they have that's my boyfriend coming home. Sorry. Here's my other little dog. Hey. Hey, baby. Okay. So now you saw that was Monty. Sure, regular channel. I'm taking donations on PayPal at Aphrodite Magic Tarot. Donate if you can. Suggested donation 5 to 10 per card pooled. Yesterday I went live. I was doing live readings, but I did like a few people did donate money, so I was happy about that because you know, a lot of people don't believe in this stuff, but once they start pulling cards, they start, you know, like the cards, these cards, they work, you know. Yes. Yes, I'm still alive. Okay. Yeah, you just go to PayPal and you type that in. How much for 5 questions? It's per card. I'm taking donations. If you want to donate, earlier my friend Marla had sent me $40 and I was just pulling cards for her because she'd already paid me. So I pulled like 8 cards for her. So how much for personal reading? Yeah, just put your questions in right there and I'll answer them one at a time. They're mini readings. So if I pull one, ooh, someone's been crying. If I pull one, I suggest $5. If I pull like 6 of them, you know. Yeah, so yeah, I definitely want to say that, like, if there's any women on the chat, if a guy's made you feel like this at any point in time, was the juice worth the squeeze? Was it worth it? I'm not necessarily sure. Like, and I don't always want to tell people like, hey, it's not going to work out, but you know, I have to tell you guys the truth when they're just coming in, when they're just coming in for the sex and they're promising like they're going to become a king, but they don't. And so like all they leave you with is like desire, and then you just kind of want to say like, oh, I don't care, just give me something, I need sex, whatever. But really you're craving the emotional connection because like they're just trying to have sex, right? And so like we start going into like a new relationship all the time, like, yay, it's gonna be lucky, but you know, then we get disappointed because it's not the relationship that you wanted, you know. Okay, I gotta be right back. I'll be right back. Babe, did you need me to go and pick anything up from the car? You brought it down all by yourself? Yes. Thank you, baby. Oh, I need to cover my, you know. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, my boyfriend wanted me to help bring down the groceries, but he just decided to bring them down by himself. He's nice. He's good. And I met him on Facebook dating. And it was a wonderful date. It was amazing. And just like you, I was like crying all the time because I was, like, what am I gonna do? Hi, Phyllis. I'm doing tarot readings. You can yeah. So if you want to put in the question, I can answer it there. Cash App? No, I don't have Cash App. I have Venmo, but I just have PayPal. I should get a Cash App. I don't have one, but I don't know if it's too difficult to go to the PayPal PC. Sorry, I'm creating a... Okay, I got a link. Now. Okay. Okay, Cash App. What do my spirits suggest I do? I'm lost. Should I leave him alone? Okay, what should your spirits okay. What do my spirits suggest I do? I'm lost. Ruth, are you Christian? Is he an Aries? Someone is stuck in the situation, Ruth. And I don't necessarily think it's you. Are you a fire sign or is he a fire sign? Because someone's definitely stuck. And someone is willing to come in as an emperor, but they're just stuck and there has been a judgment. Yeah, there's just a lot of desire, Ruth. You have a lot of desire right now. and that's it also talks about illusion sometimes, and um, there's been like small offers that have taken place, and I think that there is somebody that's stuck in a situation. There is somebody stuck in the situation, and there is an opportunity for something new though. But do you know anybody who this could be? The Emperor. I'm getting the chills right now too. So this card right here represents, Judas died like this, right? They basically crucified him, but they crucified him backwards, and so he did something to you, perhaps like that was kind of Judas like he like sold you out, or he did something to somebody or something like that. And there's been some sort of judgment that's been made on your part about the situation, because someone just completely deceived you. So it doesn't really look good, but you have been thinking about a new start with somebody though. But yeah, sorry, Ruth. Yeah, who is this person in your life? Do you know who that could be? This is either an Aries, a fire sign, or somebody who's a businessman. Hi, Felicia. No? Okay. This is for Ruth. Okay, Ruth. Yeah. There's some sort of secret. There's a lot of desire, but not everything. Like, this means that there's some sort of secret and a desire. Yeah, he's not talking to you right now, is he? He's kind of just keeping to himself, and just like he's just not talking right now. You want him to come in, but it's, I don't know. Let me see. Let me see what the cards say. Oh, yeah. So that, yeah. Yeah, that was the secret that came out, was that he was in a relationship. And so he's seated at his banquet. He's not talking to you, but he's feeling happy because he has all his cups over there. And so you were thinking that he was coming towards you, but really he's turning his back, and he hasn't really done too much in the relationship other than, spend a little bit of money on it. So I don't know if he's like fully committed into that relationship. He's coming in as the Knight of Pentacles, so that could mean that, he's buying her dinners and stuff, and and he was in your life before. He probably was like a big part of your life, but it's changed and there was a new start. Yeah, there's been a lot of gossip about him being happy, and it's breaking your heart, you know. Yeah, the secret was that he was in a relationship. The secret is that there was some sort of craft related to either him being with her, or he made a decision that he was going to move on with his life and try to seek being more of a professional adult. Yes, you can put a donation to my PayPal. I put the link above in the comments, and I'm just doing live readings. Yeah, so he made this decision, like he wanted to come in like he had a lot, but actually, um, it turns out that you guys like work together for the through the thick and thin, and he's kind of moved on with someone else, and maybe he knew her in the past from before. Okay. Hell, did I answer your question, Ruth? Okay, cool. Hello, will I engage in 2021? Will I engage in 2021 for Angel Mary? Woo! Yes. No. Will you engage in 2021? It is possible, Ruth. But it is like active competition, so that's why I would say if you really want him to come back, like you have to let your inner light shine. Like if you're gonna be depressed, that's not gonna attract him back. Like you have to be like the best version of you. Like go exercise, get a Fitbit, take control of your fertility cycle. Like start doing things for you. Then maybe he'll come back and you know hello, will you engage in 2021? I think that there's going to be a lot of passion in your relationship, a lot of passion in your relationship. There's going to be a lot of love, but there's some sort of illusion. Maybe you're thinking did you communicate to him that it was just going to be like a casual love relationship, or is he like building up these dreams? Because if he does come forward, it does kind of seem like he doesn't really have quite the economy to get married yet. And so if you're okay with not having like the biggest wedding, it could happen. Okay. How can I start and him not know? Okay. How can I start and him not know? What do you mean? Did H have sex with X? Maybe he paid her money, but there's definitely been some nakedness here. How can I start and him not know? Yeah, so this was you. Like you were in this phase for a long time where you didn't want to face the reality of like, the gossip and your feelings, his feelings. Like it wasn't a good show, and he just decided to like sit back and just focus on himself and his abundance. Will he leave her? What they're saying here is, if your craft works, maybe it'll be a new cycle for you. So I don't know, but you need to like try to tap into your spiritual side, your inner bruja, your divine goddess mode, or maybe he feels like you're a little bit immature, because this card also represents like the coming into adulthood, like really taking responsibility for everything, like taking responsibility for your craft, and the extent that it, the whole extent of it. Um, did you lose him? I'm still seeing this. Like, I think so. I mean, I think this is how you're feeling, and you have to get back to feeling like you're a goddess, like you're capable of anything. You're a mother, you're beautiful, you're the mother and the father for your kids, and like once you step into this and you recognize like your goddess self, things will get better, and maybe he'll come in with a medium love offer of emotions. Is he your twin flame? I can't move forward. Well, there's definitely, this card keeps coming out for you, Ruth, and it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before yesterday that and I said this yesterday on my chat, but there's this kind of school of magic called abjuration, and it's a school of magic that deals in protective spells and the suppression of others' magic. Magic in this school creates physical or magical barriers, negates magical or physical abilities, harms, trespasses, or even banishes the target of the spell to another plane of existence. So, this card keeps coming out. So, there's a bunch of there's barriers in the way of you getting to him right now, either because of the person he's with or because something you've done and it just isn't the right timing yet. It's all about timing. Like, you have to trust. Yeah. Okay. So what they said here is, actually they do feel like it is possible. Okay. So so maybe he is under something, because I do see for you, Ruth, that you will be able to find your happiness. You're going to have to move on, and either there's going to be somebody that's going to pull you away with the situation with you and your child. And so I feel like if you can find somebody that can do this for you, this is a good partner. A partner that is willing to marry you. And you have to rediscover this part of yourself. Earlier today, you were coming out like the King of Pentacles. Here, they're trying to say as soon as you get back into your Queen of Pentacles mode and your child, love will find you, and it'll be like a serious committed thing. But they could also say like you have to, like, if you were in religion traditionally, like they always want you to go back to the church. If you're a Christian, they want you to go back to the church, and your guys will help you like once you start going back and honoring your God. Okay, so Ruth, what religion are you? Are you like into Egyptian deities, or? I've been going to church, I still feel stuck. It's because you haven't got into the metaphysical. So this card here represents Archangel Michael, okay? And you don't have to be Catholic to believe in, you don't have to be Catholic, you don't have to be Christian to believe in Archangel Michael. The Archangel Michael comes out in many religions, and it's across all religions. So are like the Archangel Metatron, and it seems like right now you've been so much like doing so much that you've lost the side of your femininity, and like you have to find out a way how to get back into that. You have to nurture yourself. Either the universe is trying to teach you something about yourself, or trying to teach you how to receive, because you haven't been receiving, and you need to receive the love back, and it could be that you might have to purge out all your emotions for this one person, and maybe he'll come back at another time. But like, I've done magic before when I really wanted this one person to come back, and it didn't happen when I wanted it to happen. And then it happened like later on when I was already, I'd already met someone incredible, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm already seeing somebody, I don't know how to resist. How to what? You don't know how to receive? Okay, this is how you receive, okay? You write down, okay, you don't know how to receive. So this is how you receive, okay? So I was doing this in the past too, and I learned how to receive, um, because I no longer was answering that 2 a.m. booty call. Like, I was no longer um, always having to pick up the bill, at restaurants. Like, I wasn't always having to be like the organizer. Like, going back into your femininity means like sitting back in your recliner and receiving and being nurturing and being caring. And like, when you start just going in and not like pushing out information or pushing out, like, because the masculine energy is like pushing out. Like, so if you have a 9 to 5 job, you're tapping into your masculine energy because you're making products, you're doing things, you're expressing yourself, and it's like more pushing. And so when you get into your feminine energy, it's like you get right with the universe, and you focus on the feeling of when you first fell in love with the person, or when they first gave you like a gift, or when they first said, hey, you can move in with me. Like, you have to go back into those energies, and it's hard because you have to like do a psychological study into your mind and figure out like how you work, and if you can ask your angels, call out to these archangels, and literally just say, hey, angels, will you teach me how to receive and be more into the feminine energy? And they will do it, because angels, so this is what angels do, they liberate you from your worries. Demons will try to like push you into more worries, and there's neutral spirits called jinn, and they still get judged or whatever at the time of judgment, if you believe in that. And they're mercenaries. They'll work for whoever is going to give the energy that they need, or whatever offerings you have for them. So you have to be willing to receive. So it's like, for example, it's like not giving everything for free. It's like, okay, if you're gonna do this, you need to pay me, like, kind of like that. When I feel him, I sleep it off. When I feel him, I sleep it off. See, that's gonna be another thing, Ruth. Okay, so it seems like perhaps right now, yeah, so start watching like the law of attraction videos by Abraham Hicks. I really feel like if you start like listening to what they have to say, you'll learn how to be perhaps more selfish for yourself, and like start doing things for yourself, and then you start asking people for what you need. And like, so like, you want the energy, instead of it going that way, to like come this way, and there are so many religions. I think in the Taoism religion, in that one, they do talk about like pushing out from the ethers and like pushing it back in, and like there's like this head heart mind connection. You have to realign your chakras, and there's a lot of stuff you can do. But okay, so for example, another thing you can do to learn how to receive is you could learn a new skill, and you're receiving new knowledge, you're receiving new information. Like on YouTube, believe it or not, there are free videos on how to do Reiki. So, and when you study the Reiki, or when you watch videos on the Reiki, they'll teach you how to receive the Reiki energy, which is like universal, and it's not like for one person, but you just say, I'm ready to receive the energy of Reiki so that I can be a channel, so that I can heal this person. So you can also channel the Reiki energy to heal yourself and learn how to do Reiki on yourself. And then you can do it on your kid, you can do it on people. And but you have to first summon the energy to come into you. And that's, for some people it freaks them out, and it's because like they feel like they need to do something to get something, and it's like, no, you're a girl, you're supposed to be provided, you know. Hi, please tell me if Benedict will come back to me and we'll get married. Thanks in advance. Okay. You can donate there if you want readings. I'm doing readings, live readings. I can pull cards for you, and you can put in some money into the PayPal account. And the suggested donation is $5 to $10 per card. Tell me if Benedict will come back to me and get married. Okay, so Ruth, this card still keeps coming up for you, and I think that you need to Google this card, the Three of Coins, and see how it relates to you so that you can solve your problem. Part of it is taking responsibility and coming into the realization that you're like a full adult. And in this card, it also means that you've been learning and learning and learning. I've never had the guidance. I'm still trying to get in touch with my higher self. I've become so bitter. I don't want that. You don't want to change who you are. Okay. Yeah, I feel you, Ruth. Okay, Zeline. Please tell me if Benedict will come back to me and if we will get married. So that's 2 questions. Let me see what I can do, Zeline. Okay, you did pull the marriage card, but Zeline, I think so. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I pulled 9 cards. So you can donate some money on PayPal. So 5, 10 per card, but I can just tell you what I see. I do think it's happening though. So I see here that Zeline, there's been somebody that is upset emotionally. Like there's a 4th cup coming in from the divine and he's not taking it. So he's not talking right now. Currently, he's juggling either you and another person or you and his career. But there has been the talk of marriage, Zeline. There's been a lot of gossip that's gone on and some cutting words that you guys had because you were telling him all your cup of emotions and your desires, and there is a secret. I don't think you know, Zeline, that there is someone else. Either he's married or you're dating somebody that is dating someone else, or you're dating somebody that's married, or he's dating someone and he's thinking about marrying you. But I do see the King of Cups here, and I think it's the latter. I think if he's been seeing somebody, he's thinking about marrying you, because I do think that Zeline, if there is a third party, he's more interested in you. Because you did get this this card, and it's a very positive card when it comes out. Hello, can I ask a question? Yes, you can ask a question. You can also donate to PayPal. Typically do $5, $10 suggested donation per card. I'm just going to be pulling cards. I don't necessarily want to check my PayPal, but we just keep doing this. Okay, can I ask a question? Yes. Shall I confess to him my feelings? Should you? Who's him? What is your sign and what is his sign? Should you confess to him your feelings? Should you confess to him your feeling? Mine is Saggy, him is Pisces. He's a Sag and you're a Pisces. Yes, you can get a reading. Oh yeah, hi Nurkan. Yes, you can put in a question below and you can put in a reading. I'm doing PayPal donations at aphroditemagic@gmail.com. I'm also on Instagram, guys. I'm doing YouTube and Instagram. So if you can type in more comments too. It's a little less finicky on YouTube than on Instagram. So Aphrodite Magic Tarot. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so Kara Duru, I don't know if you sent in the payment or if you want to donate. I suggest you do because this is a good one. So it seems like there's a Gemini in your life, or you two have been separated by the universe constantly. Right now, he's feeling like he's riding high on his emotions. He's almost being crowned with a wreath, and he feels like it's in the bag. And so I would say it's a time to wait and see. You don't really know what's going on. He's being very quiet. And either what, okay, so he's a Sagittarius and you're a Pisces. Well, there probably was somebody before, but she cut it off, if that's the case. Because I would say wait and see, because if he's dealing with somebody else, it's going to be over. Yes, for the Saggy, I don't know. I did see like a Gemini there too, so I don't know if that means that he's dating a Gemini or he's heartbroken over a Gemini, or if he's been learning some lessons from like a past relationship. Yeah, no, Kat, if you guys just type in your questions on Instagram, I will be able to answer them. I don't see any questions yet though. Okay. Yeah, there's all kinds of magic that exists. I love him. I wish we never met. Yeah. Ruth, I think the cards are saying though, if you improve yourself, it's, yeah, this is how you're feeling right now. You need to get out of this. You need to get out of this, Ruth. Nobody needs to be stuck right now. I mean, he's not feeling stuck right now. He's feeling great, Ruth. And that's what you should be mad about, is that he's feeling like he's fine. He's feeling great. Yeah, he's riding high on his parade. And he's like, he might be giving to somebody else, but it is possible that there could be a reunion, but you're going to have to change your attitude, Yeah, see, like, okay, a lot of guys, they just ignore women, No, that's what you think. You think that they don't care, but that's okay, yeah, ask here. Okay, I'm a Gemini. I always get connected to everything. Yes. Okay, so should I just go with the flow? The cards are saying that wait and see, because you might be in a juggling situation. Either you're juggling him and someone else, because this is typically the card that represents like options, that people have options, but I do feel like you're going to be victorious. Whatever the situation, the cards are telling you to wait and see, because either he's trying to balance his work and his love life, or they're fixing for somebody to get out of the picture for your relationship to really like be victorious. So Ruth, I don't think he doesn't care about you. I think that he just has like, so he hates. Yeah, he's doing fine. He feels great. And so Well, that's the thing too. Is like sometimes. Well, Nerm Cat, I think you're winning though. I wouldn't really worry about that. The universe is telling you to wait and see. And maybe he just has like old emotions. You never know. Um, it's not that he doesn't care about you. It's because he's learned to love himself, and you need to do the same thing because that's kind of what's been turning him off is that like you've just been kind of like down in the dumps and stuff, and like you need to, you know, you need to feel better about yourself. Um, you know. Yeah, there's like, yeah, someone's not talking right now. Someone is healing. And that's you. I guess you're not talking because you're healing. Yeah, all he did was give you illusions. You know, he promised you everything, and he's there happy because he's like, I got her, or I got someone else. Like, you, I don't like to typically look at the seven of cups because I think about like I think about these kind of cups, right? And like all these seven cups, and it's supposed to be kind of like I guess how was the name of that show? But they're going after. I think it was like Jones. Was it? They're going after like the Holy Grail, right? And so like there's like seven cups, and you're supposed to pick the right one. You know, that's supposed to be like Jesus' cup in that movie, right? And so like you don't know which one to pick, and when they throw out all those illusions to you, like it really couldn't. Like you don't know which cup they're gonna give you on what day, you know, and like that's not good. Yes, you can send me an email. You can also go to my website, AphroditeMagicTarot.com, and we can do like a whole like I have an introductory offer. I can do for new clients only. It's $25, and we just do like a personal tarot reading, and we get into it, and I'll use like I just pull out all the stops. Okay. I love you, baby. Sorry, I just had to go to the restroom real quick. Sorry. Hey, Instagram. We're doing live readings. You can donate to PayPal at Aphrodite Magic Tarot. Yeah, we're trying to do this fundraising so that we could get some more software for our podcast that we're doing, and also because paying for websites is expensive, and so I'm trying to pay back what I spent already. It was like it's like at least $200 a year for website, and if you want e-commerce on your website, it's $300. So I just had to dish out a whole bunch of money because no one's gonna know that you have a business until you have a website. Oh, you do Turkish coffee readings for people? Cool. That's really cool. I've never heard of that before. I've done tea readings before, but never Turkish. That's cool. How do you do that? Okay, so I see there's 6 people live on the chat. So I'm gonna start doing some fun stuff. Yes, I use my PayPal email. That's my. You can send anything that way. Yes, I read the future and the past. Yes. Well, I'm doing the Aphrodite Magic Tarot at gmail.com. That's for Aphrodite, but you can also, for Instagram, you can also donate to Coven at gmail.com. Yeah, if you want to do that there. But right now I'm doing the Aphrodite Magic Tarot at gmail.com because that's just the one I'm just used to getting PayPal payments through. The grinds form shapes and designs. Yes, they do the same thing with the tea leaf readings. The tea leaf readings are really interesting. Sometimes, like, you know, it does kind of depend on how it looks, but personally, I use ginseng. This is what really gives me that zing in the morning. Like when I need that buzz right away before I have like 2 or 3 cups of coffee and I'm like tweaking. Like this is, you don't need as much coffee if you have this. Hey, beloved mastermind. We're doing live tarot readings. I'm taking donations at Aphrodite Magic Tarot at Gmail. Yeah, so tell me a bit about yourselves, guys, and see if we can start a dialogue on really anything you want to ask. You don't have PayPal. You don't have to have PayPal. You can submit a payment that way if you want. I don't think it takes a PayPal account to be able to pay through PayPal. You just have to put in your credit card information, etc., or debit card. I do need to get Cash App, but I just don't know anything about it. So I do have Venmo, but I don't have it for the website yet. The cards want to come out. Yeah, somebody out there though, you need to know that you should wait and see. You should wait. Maybe that's for Zelene. You should wait and see. Yeah, I'm not having as much success with the Instagram account. It has some sort of lag or delay. I don't know. Oh. Let me see if the spirits want to say something. They'll tell me. Hey guys, I'm doing live readings on YouTube, Aphrodite Magic Tarot. I'm doing mini readings, suggested donation of $5 to $10 each. Or you can just donate a bunch of money in there and I'll just keep answering your questions. Yeah, one of my favorite tarot readers, she'll go live, but she'll charge minimum $25 for just like 1 or 2 cards. Like, I really can't be giving out free readings all the time. I'm just trying to get people more used to subscribing. Yeah, all you guys, if you don't mind, hit subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I think I'm just gonna start going live more often because I don't have to do every sign. Doing 12 zodiac signs, like I did that for a good like half a year, and then I realized it was just a lot of work, and I didn't have like I didn't necessarily have like everything set up when I started. I didn't have, all the ways you could pay me set up, and I didn't have my PayPal account set up. I was just, saying for people to go to my website and book it there. But um I know that at some point, like I had to get more serious about it. And I just kind of feel like everyone has a personal situation. When you start doing these stories, like monthly stories, it takes a lot of work, and you can give so many people good advice when you do those monthly readings, but it's just a lot of work. And if you have a full-time job already, like you don't have any time left for your relationship. And I moved, and I met my boyfriend, and I moved in with him, and it just kind of, the whole falling in love and moving in together, took over all my spare time. So it took me a few months to get back into YouTube and doing tarot. But um I've been working on a podcast too. The podcast is called Pura Cora Coven on Spotify and on Anchor. And we talk about occult subjects. We talk about tarot cards. We talk about Ouija boards. We talk about meditation. We're going to start doing Monday meditations. I'm going to start doing the meditation parts. Talk about shadow work. Talk about love spells, money spells. How to do moon water, altars. And like, I need to do one on like protection, on personal protection, because a lot of people don't know how to protect themselves, and you have to spiritually protect yourself, because not everybody. Hmm, yeah, I do feel like some people that are very left brain right now are having some feelings like they don't think tarot's real. But it's not necessarily how you get the message, it's that you get the message, and the universe is trying to mold you into the kind of person you're supposed to be, like you're supposed to become. And if you don't listen to the signs, well, you won't go into the right path, and you might have to reincarnate who knows how many times. Like if you really believe in that, you know like it's really not just, it's not just that, it's not just like your human body, it's your spirit and your mind too. I heard a message about a dolphin. I don't know if somebody in the chat room has something to do with dolphins. Hi, Melissa. Are you still there? I see there's two people that are watching right now. Yes. Okay. Do you have a tarot question by any chance? Hmm. Okay. Sorry. There are currently about three people spirit guides over here trying to say something. I'd like to know if the guy I met likes me or not. I'm a Leo, he's a Sag. I mean, what's not to like, right? You look like a pretty woman. Is he in a relationship or is that what you're trying to find out? I'd like to know if the guy I met likes me or not. I'm a Leo, he's a Sag. You've only met once? We met once. Who's we? You and him or me and you? Melissa Heller. Okay. So I see here that the universe right now, like typically the lovers card either means like there's a Gemini that perhaps he's been dealing with, or the universe keeps separating you. Because I see here the devil card, which also means like it's a typically this is like either a Capricorn or it means like base desires, and there's some sort of serious bond here. It does seem like there was some desire to make more money, and perhaps a small offer. But right now, he's trying to save all the money he can, so he's not really coming forward. Um, if he comes forward, it's not going to be like a full king because he's still very much still committed to his work. And he's very happy to work, but this is like the slowest moving knight of the whole deck. So, if he does come forward, it's going to take a very long time for him to be like, oh, yeah, she likes me, you know? Um, but right now, but you don't, right now, he feels like, yeah, I think he does like you. Good to even have a job during these times. Me and him, haha. Yeah, it is good to even have a job at these times. It's good to be sane at this time. It's good to get healthcare when you need it, and um yeah. So I mean it's almost like I don't know. I mean, have you guys ever watched the Benito Skinner guy on YouTube and he talks about like all the zodiac signs? So if you haven't, trust me, it's really funny. He even got me, like I'm a Gemini. I was like, that is so me, or at least like parts of it were me, like at another time of my life. Uh, it makes sense, yeah. Um, Parasympathetic. Also, hi, I was lurking. Can I have a message from my guides? Thank you. Yeah, well, Um, typically it's $5 to $10 per card donation. If you can donate 10 a card, that's great. have invested a lot of money into my website and into the YouTube channel, and I'm trying to get some of that back, and also I'm trying to expose the podcast to more people by going live and doing these readings. And I'm going to be doing this tomorrow too. It's going to be like I just did a weekend thing, right? And so yesterday I got a few donations, and I was just saying like donate if you can. Today I'm saying I suggest that you tip and stuff, because it takes a lot of work to get all these messages. It takes a lot of energy. When I was done with that 3-hour live that I did yesterday, I was exhausted. I was so tired. I mean, when you're using the cards like your it takes a lot of energy, because like part of your aura has to connect with the divine. It just takes a lot of work, and I still can't believe that Sunshine Tarot caught me when I first went live yesterday. I felt like that was my lucky charm. I was like, oh my god, she is my favorite reader. But yeah, if you go to the Benito Skinner YouTube channel, he does like an impersonation of every zodiac sign. And I was going to talk about the Sag one. The Sag one is depicted as a girl. She's depicted as a person who always needs her space, is always traveling. And she's always like, I need my space. I need my space. And so like when you're dating a Sagittarius, you have to give them space, like serious space. And to the point where like if you're long distance dating, like they expect you to be loyal even though you haven't seen them in like a year. It's like, what? Like it's kind of hard, and I've dated a lot of Sagittariuses. My boyfriend's actually in Vedic astrology, he's a Sagittarius, and I'm a Gemini. But in Vedic astrology, I'm a Taurus. So like, it's a little bit easier because it aligns in that way, and it's not so much of a square, because square signs, it's really hard with square signs. The thing with a Leo and a Sagittarius is that like a Leo is like is a fixed sign. A Leo is a very fixed sign, and a Sagittarius is a mutable sign. So, and the Leo is more like it, like they want to be the light and the shining glory of the room. Like everybody like gets, like if they know a Leo, like if you know a Leo, the Leo got famous for something you did, and so like it's a little bit hard with the Leo and the Sagittarius energy because they're both fire. But the Leo is like literally like a ring of fire. It's a controlled ring of fire, and the Sagittarius is like a fire that destroyed the whole rainforest. Like it's not controlled and it's not focused like a Leo fire, and it's just kind of hard. But I would also watch Sagittariuses though. Like I said, like I've dated many Sagittariuses, and it's really hard to get them to focus on you. My last fiance was a Sagittarius also, and I realized I was just infatuated with him, and it wasn't really like true love. And I felt that hard after being together 3 years. I hadn't fully discovered myself at that point, and now I know myself a lot better. Hi, blah blah. Sure, putting your question in there, and I will answer. So there's a guy that I'm interested in, a Scorpio. I want to know if I saw him in public, will he come to approach me? He's a crush. Like if he saw me, will he like me and approach me? Are you a Leo? He might be dating a Leo. Yes, he will approach you. Maybe you're Leo, but he will approach you. It's gonna take some. It would take him strength, but yes, and I think there are some. No, you're Pisces. Uh, I don't know about the relationship between a Pisces and a Scorpio. It's almost too much water for a relationship. It's almost too much water. Yes, actually, I'm going to tell you the truth about Scorpios. They will talk to you just like a Gemini will like talk to you, and as soon as like they've cut you off, they won't talk to you very much, and they go into their shy mode, and you can't really get them to to do much anymore. You know, like and Pisces is like Pisces is a lot like a Gemini because they have like the two fish, right? And like they're very like happy-go-lucky people, very emotional, and like there's two sides to a Pisces also. Oh, okay. So you're a Pisces sun and a Gemini rising. What's your moon sign? What's his moon sign? Scorpios, like you. Okay, so a Scorpio will demand for you to be 100% committed and faithful and loyal to them. That's how all Scorpios are. As soon as you show him anything that might differ from that expectation, like they've already kind of cut you out. Taurus, I guess he's a Libra. Okay, so you're a Pisces. Okay, so you're a Pisces sun, a Taurus moon, and a Gemini rising. That is like the most unique combination I've ever heard. So you have water, you have earth, and you have fire, and you have air. Water, earth, and air. Water, earth, and air. So you need a good fire sign in your life. I don't know if a Scorpio is gonna, unless he has other stuff in his chart. Yeah, your Mars is in Aries. So I mean, you don't really need anybody then. You got it all in your chart. I mean, you have so like you're capable of doing a lot, blah blah, even without a relationship. And I think the relationship might hold you back even. Pisces. Okay. So I just pulled some cards for you. He's a Scorpio, right? Well, there was some sort of craft or there's something hidden or secret about this Leo. Maybe he's in a serious relationship with a Leo. Or maybe if you do some craft, you can get to like a sexual relation. Yeah, he might be dating somebody else. And so that's been in the occult. I think he might be seeing somebody else. Oh, he broke up a while ago? Well, he's trying to get her back in his life, so, you know, because there's this card, and typically this means like there's been some craft done. So maybe he's like so into her that he's like done some crap to get back with her. Oh, how old are you? Blah blah. Because if you guys are studying at a distance, like you have to tether, like you have to. You're 22. Aw. If you get pregnant, keep the baby. That's just my advice. Because I was 22, I got pregnant, I didn't keep the baby, and I look back, I'm like, I should have done that, you know. But I mean, I could still have babies, but I don't know. It's a lot harder when you get older. You know, like if I want a baby now, I have to go get like a bunch of injections and like track my period. And it wasn't like I was 22 and it was like, oh, whoops, you know, because that's like and that's why college doesn't always work for everybody. No, I'm serious because like I had like a full, like not everybody has the opportunity to have like the scholarships that I did because I'm really smart, you know. And this tarot stuff isn't like anything compared to like my whole college career, but the universe did make me make a decision. Do you want to be a mother in your life, or do you want to be like a professional in your life? And so I made the decision to go with it because the opportunity for a college career doesn't come for free just any time in your life. So it did take some sacrifice on my part to, which was the baby. And I don't like saying the word sacrifice because like the true meaning of sacrifice is like completely not even having any kids at all, like just getting rid of the idea of kids. And so me not having the kid was like a bad thing because it said to the universe, hey, I'm literally sacrificing like my whole fertility to do this. And it's like that was a bad mistake because it wasn't a sacrifice, it was a decision, you know, and a decision that I would take back if I had another chance, you know. And so the way I see it, you know, like the doors open up for you as soon as like you change your mindset, you know. Hi, will I be able to attract him? Yes. Yes. It is possible. Blah blah. It is possible. Either that or he's already married. Blah blah. Do you ever spend any time with him by yourself? How is M currently feeling about you? M feels like he has a lot of good memories with you. Blood. Like he is the only guy I'm into since I broke up. Um, well, but I'm single. I want him to approach me so bad. I'm into him. How is M currently feeling about me? Like he is the only guy that I'm into since I broke up. No, not really. Okay, blah blah. Just wait and see, and it is possible. Okay, wait and see. This guy literally, like, he's been hurt, injured. He's standing guard. Okay, so just stand guard. Something's coming. This card wants to pop out. Yeah. So right now is a time to rest. Okay. Like just take a chill pill is what they're saying. Flood, illustriousness. Oh, I just dropped a card. I dropped two cards. Oh, I dropped these cards. Okay, someone who's watching needs this message. There is somebody that has been working very, very hard and they've been with you the whole time, and like they stuck with you, and neither of you went into that church for comfort or warmth. You just stayed together even though you were so hurt. And these are the kind of memories that the person that's been working hard has been thinking about. Like they've been thinking about those hard times, and it was like their beginning story. It was part of, like, you know. How did I learn to read? It was really weird. Okay, so the way I learned to read the cards came to me. I had this like huge spiritual awakening when I almost got married to somebody that it wasn't meant to be with, and it was weird. Like I was starting to get dreams about the tarot cards. Like I would wake up with, like, I literally experienced this when I was first starting to learn tarot. Um and I was the one that like realized that a lot of people think that this is like fake, but it's not fake because it has to do with your dreams and your reality. Okay, so literally for 2 3 years these cards, I don't want to say that they started possessing me, but these cards started coming to me in dreams, in visions, in everyday life situations. That's how you know that the tarot, that you've connected with the tarot and you can read the tarot, when these things will start showing up for you. If if they don't start showing up with you, if they don't start, you know, like I even had a dream where like the cards were like, they were like doing their electricity on my hands and stuff. Like it's not a joke, and it's not like someone being crazy. It's that you literally became a magician. You became a sorcerer. When you get the Rider Waite deck, like I had other tarot decks I started with first. I start this was my first this one was one of my very first tarot decks. Um and it's a really good one because it has all the words and it like tells you about it. But this isn't like the real like, it'll still tell you it'll still tell you the things you need to know. But the real tarot cards, like once you become really, like once you know what the cards mean and you start getting the messages, you'll want to get other decks. And when you feel ready, you can finally move on to the Rider Waite deck, because this is a very intense deck. It is used globally. I hope. How did you learn to read though? Once I had a dream that I went to a stranger and she had tarot cards. She pulled two cards and it was a King of Pentacles and the other one was a Queen of Pentacles. It was weird. The third card was the moon. So the moon represents desires. It represents like the collective subconscious. It represents perhaps your moon sign. But usually when you see that, you have to use your intuition when you see it because it can mean different things. Um, anyway, yeah, I mean, it's definitely like a different form of spirituality because, like the Bible and stuff, like a lot of people inserted their opinions and things into it, and it was a book written for men. It wasn't a book written for women. It was originally written in a language, and very few people at the time could even read. So it wasn't meant for women. It was really meant for men to keep being men and just having like a few rules in their life, and telling you like, whew, sorry, that was my phone doing an ad thing. And not only that, but like, so, like there's stories that are so old and it makes you wonder if they're real. It makes you feel like were those stories real? And like the only thing you know is what's real to you. And so everybody has like their own story, right? Um, everybody has their own story, right? And like there's people that have like, I don't know, that they make up stories and stuff. But when I read the cards, like I'm telling you that this is some freaky deaky stuff. Like this tarot deck is not a joke. It is a very serious undertaking if you use these cards, because these cards, each one of these cards is possessed by a different kind of spirit. The spirit of every state, like it's supposed to represent every state of your life, like through birth, through death, in this tarot deck. And um, so it was really weird because, like, for example, like this symbol came to me once, and it was like on a tree, and that was like when I was first in my journey. I was starting to learn, and then I started seeing more of these like random sticks on the ground, and it was like, because the universe was like trying to point me in a certain direction. It was trying to you know show me that there was like another thing that I had like within my intuition, and I just hadn't gotten into it yet. And I'm literally the first psychic in my family. I mean, my dad did do some stuff, like he was into using like a slam when he was young, like when he was like, because he was like an electronic technician, engineer type person. He worked on production and stuff. And um my dad was an incredible person, but he was very different, but he told me that he had gone through this system. It was called the Silva mind control system. And the Silva mind control system, which I recommend for you guys if you're interested, but the Silva mind control system was something that my dad was doing. And so the spirits that channeled my dad channeled him through electronics, right? And so like he would get messages like messing around with the FM tuners and stuff, and he would get like, they would tune and they would hear things coming through the waves. And then my dad was like, you know what, there's something to this, like there is another side. And a lot of people don't want you to know that it exists, because it plays into their agenda of like, just blindly believing in your government, or blindly believing in science. But this world has both science and miracles in it. And in science, when a miracle happens, it's called an outlier, because it doesn't just happen like every day. It happens once in a blue moon, or like it's like one thing that was like over here. And there's been some crazy experiments where like, there was this one thing that, and they were trying to replicate it again, and they couldn't get it to replicate. It's because that's what you call like an outlier. And spirituality, this was one of the first cards that came to me too. I was taking a shower, and then like I had this vision in my head of this lady, and I was like getting out of the tub, and it just like kind of came to me, and like it showed up in my mind like this. It was like, and I saw this in my head, you know, and that's because I'm a seer. Like I can do those things. But the spirits came to me, and they came to me, and it was really strange, because I didn't know what was happening to me. I was feeling very erratic. um, I had like a serious committed relationship. I felt like I was really in love. And then a bunch of like, even a lunar eclipse happened that year. There was like a bunch of eclipses. I think it was in 2017. There was like a series of eclipses that happened, and I was like a blood moon, and I don't know, it did something to me, and like my life was never the same again. It just completely changed. And I started learning about every single kind of religion. Like I made it a point to do that. Okay, what's my sun sign? I'm a Gemini. I'm a Taurus and Vedic. How do you see love coming into my life, and how would it be? Hi, Anna. I'm doing readings. You can donate to PayPal, and you can donate 510 a card suggested. Oh, thank you for sending me 20 bucks. That was nice. That was super nice. Oh, yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, I have a special for all new clients on my website. If you go to AphroditeMagicTarot.com, you can book a reading there. First time clients, $25 reading. That's like a full reading. The price goes up after the first reading. But I mean, I have I have the ability to talk to the other side. So if you need like a seance or something, I can do that. But when you start getting into services like that, it's more expensive because it demands more out of me. And so, like a typical tarot reading, any reader will be like $100, between 50 bucks and like 150 bucks. But I've also seen readers charge like 300 for one session, like Sal. Um, but I'm doing a $25 offer so I can get to know you, and you can see that I'm a real psychic, and like I don't have schizophrenia though. Like that's the one thing, I don't have schizophrenia. Like I don't hear messages in my head. I have a few gifts, and one of them is auto writing. One of them is um, like I have the ability to use electronics to get messages through electronics. It's called psionics. Um, I also get dreams, and I can actually go and like see with my third eye. If I close my eye, I can do that. But I need to meditate and stuff, and it just really depends on like what you need. Uh, okay. Do you see love coming in my life, and how would it be? Blah blah. Um, Let me do that again. Okay, because what I'm picking up is that maybe blah blah. You've been sending some people naked pictures, perhaps, and like it's accomplished what you wanted to accomplish. You got some attention, but you feel almost ashamed for having to do that, and you almost feel like you want him to start investing in you, you know. And the idea right now, like the idea of that right now, like you really want to get married, right? That's like a thing that you want, but like getting married, see, blah blah, that's what I was saying is friends with benefits. No, like, see, when you're in the hangman position, right? And so this is kind of how it is. Like people want to know like what they want. I've been in a I want to have fun because I've been in a relationship for 5 years. Oh, okay. So is the seven of cups in the marriage related to that? Sita, semi-solid, crutched, in attention. Backhoe. With my ex, and it's planned to end up with marriage, but it didn't. Yeah, that's what the seven of cups and the marriage card meant. Hey Ruth, yeah, I got your email. I haven't answered it, but yes, it's $25 if you book it on AphroditeMagicTarot.com. First time readers. Yeah, I mean, like I don't want to. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like I'm just gonna tell you what the cards tell me. Like I'm not. I don't have an agenda or anything. I feel like I'm a good person, so I'm not gonna be giving you like bad advice or anything. And it was planning to end up with marriage, but it didn't. Hey. Oh no, you good, no rush. So no one knew? Uh blah blah. Let me see if I okay. So I feel like yes, there will be something new, but you have to completely get rid of the old sex relationship you have because it seems like there's a lot of burdens and those are the kind of things that are going to like create barriers to you meeting somebody that is more appropriate for you who can provide you with the abundance and the happiness that you desire. So I would say if you do want a new cycle, um, the current one is too much. It's just too much. But once you let go of the burdens, you'll get someone good. Distinctive, predicatory. What does that mean? Characteristic of a preacher. Will he be the Scorpio? I don't think so because that was an earth sign. Oh, okay. The current one, I'm not really into him as much as he's into me. You know what, blah, blah? That is when you know you won. That doesn't mean you want him to be more into you than he is into you. As soon as you have more feelings for him, you lose the ability to control in the relationship. Like once you're all in, you're all in, and if he's all in, you can get him to do whatever you want with him. And if you want, you can steer the situation because you know that you have him hooked. Hi, I'd like to ask, am I currently pregnant? It's too soon for me to test. Had a miscarriage last month. I'm sorry, Ashley. I think that you're looking at other options right now. Are you pregnant? Justice. Wait and see. They're saying to wait and see. They don't know. They don't know. It's possible, but they don't know. It might take it might take a new beginning to get you pregnant. But like I said, if you want to get pregnant, get a Fitbit. I have a Fitbit, and it tracks my period, and I can track the days that I'm ovulating. So if you want to get pregnant, you have to get your weight under control because it's not going to happen like if you're overweight, and if you are, maybe you just have to be consistently overweight. I don't know, because my cousin's kind of big and she still got pregnant, but she was always that way. Like that's her body's own version of homeostasis. When I got pregnant, I was trying to train for a marathon, and that's when I got pregnant. I was like exercising like crazy, and other people get pregnant in different ways. My best friend, she's my age. She's like 34, and she had never been pregnant before. I had an abortion, because I was too young, and I was in the middle of my college career. Like I went to school for 8 years in college, and it was like too long. But I couldn't afford to have a kid at that time, and the person I was hooking up with wasn't like I didn't want to ruin his life. He was about to graduate and be an engineer. Like I didn't want to ruin his life, and I still had that whole college career and it couldn't have happened. I just didn't choose that for myself. And so I would suggest that if you're trying to get pregnant, there's different ways that different flower. Think of your female organs like a flower. Okay, you have to think about your female organs as a flower, and so you have to do the yoga poses where like you pretend like your arms and your legs are like a flower, and that's supposed to like stimulate like your body remembering that it's a flower. and you do yoga and you have to do all these like poses to make your hips kind of like rock and stuff. And you have to make sure that you're taking your vitamins, you're taking a bunch of calcium because you can get calcium deficiency if you get pregnant. The baby will just suck out all the nutrients from you. And you don't want to be anemic either because the baby's also gonna take a lot of like nutrients from you. So like if you're gonna be pregnant, you have to make like the baby's not gonna come in and want to be in this like, you want to make your life right for you and right for the baby. So if you want to be pregnant, get the Fitbit, get in shape, start seeing if any of your ancestors want to come and reincarnate again, because that's really what it takes for one of your spirit guides to want to come back in and do that. Or maybe there's a lesson that the baby wants to learn. And so you have a contract with the baby. It's very complicated. Nobody really talks about this stuff and the magic of baby making, but you know, um, it just depends on what the baby signed up for, and this is all stuff that doesn't happen in the 3D world. It happens in like the other ethers and stuff, but everything happens for a reason. Like that's what you have to know in this universe. So okay. So if you want to be a mom, you have to really prepare your body to be a mom. It's like there was a 6-year-old lady that did have a baby though, and it was perfectly healthy, and that was like science's spine just like blew. But it was for you to remember that in this world, miracles can happen, and every baby is a miracle. That's why you have to recognize that, like, you know, our bodies are just a vessel, and you need to get possessed by the baby spirit. So I was watching this reader. Her name was Marina Messenger, and she taps in like she's like a literal channel. She can like talk like the she can like just like she'll get in the mode and like they'll like take over her body and like talk through her head, which I think is a little weird, and I don't know if I would feel okay, doing that. And like, I don't know. That's why the extent that I do is like, I just do this, but I don't like to get completely like taken over. Like some people can seance like that. Um, and so what I'm trying to say is if you want to get pregnant by a baby, you have to let yourself get possessed by the spirit of a baby. And so the thing you can do to attract a baby is start like get a baby blanket. This is what Marina Messenger said. You can get like a baby blanket, get some baby toys, and start making your home and where you live look attractive for a baby spirit, right? Like they're not going to come into like a shithole and like like they do and they have, but those spirits had like a specific lesson they had to learn to get out of it. Like I know I've been reincarnated a bunch of times in different vessels, but in this life I'm a human, and I have seen like actual miracles happen before. So it's not a joke. Like I helped to revive my dad when I was 9, and then I went through a long period of time of like being an atheist, and then I found my religion again. It wasn't really religion; it was my spirituality again. And I just had to remember like that feeling when I was a kid, like when I had all this energy. I think it's like I think like there's some groups of people like I don't know if there's like some negative groups. I don't want to say it's Illuminati because I don't think they're bad necessarily, but there's like some groups kind of like that know about children and having this like energy to they have this like beautiful energy that they can siphon, and so like this is the kind of energy they can like revive people with like this energy, and it's a supernatural thing, and every child has this ability, but so like some of these bad groups like will put these children and like make them really scared and do all these rituals and you release this energy and those beings like love it. I'm not trying to hurt anybody when I do this. This is just all me, and I've always had a thing. Not everybody has gifts, and you really do have to watch out for the people that are phonies, and like they're out there for sure, and you'll just keep sending them money, 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 and like nothing they say was real. Like those people do exist. Okay, so they just brought up this spirit. They want me to tell you about the Aruru spirit. It's a surname of a Sumerian earth and fertility goddess, also known as Nin Hershag. So I'll just type in the information there. There's a lot of spirits out there, like it's not just one fertility goddess. There's like a bunch of fertility goddesses, and you just have to figure out which goddess calls to you, because they have to gift you with the spirit of a baby, and they have to gift you with like everything that the baby will need to be the best person they can be. It's a big process. That's why it takes two people to make a new energy, and that's a new baby. Oh, I'm out of tea. Hey baby, what's going on? You got me olives and my tuna. Thank you. Oh, that's a beautiful dream, Ashley. Yeah, it's possible. That means the baby, maybe you are possessed by your baby spirit right now. I mean, that's how spirits come to you, though. They come in your dreams. Um, you connect with people in your dreams. So I'm a firm believer that we're in this vessel, like we're like going to day school, like in this vessel. But when we go to our dreams, like we go back to the fullness of who we are. Well, oh, okay, Jalina. Will Omar communicate with me again? I think that Omar right now is a little bit worried about like what he has harvested. He's a little bit disappointed with like what he's accomplished so far. There's been some sort of illusion that's happened in regards to maybe his finances or maybe something he did and set some things in motion. But I do see that there is a relationship. Yes, Omar will communicate with you again to the point where you might be in a relationship with him again. You might even have a family with him. And I see victory because I see somebody here that's gonna come in. So yes, I do think that Omar's coming again. And sorry, I was trying to type in something else, but hold on. Okay, there's my link for the donations, doing $5 $10 readings. I mean $5 $10 per card is a suggested donation. I like when the cards say something nice, but the cards will just they're just magic. That's what they are. That's why I call myself Aphrodite Magic Tarot, because Aphrodite was a lover, man. She loved a lot. She loved with a big heart, and she was a little bit egocentric because she always thought she was the most beautiful, even though that was always like, like everybody already knew like she was born by herself and she was always beautiful. But she loved a lot. She had a lot of lovers. She had a lot of children, and she fell in love with many people, but she never stopped loving anyone. She just got more into somebody else, and that's what we have to remember is that you have to be able to respect people that want to be alone. You have to make sure that everything you're doing is to help people, to provide benefits, and you're not trying to do any maleficence. You're trying for justice to happen. You're trying to encourage people to respect moral values, because in every society we should follow guidelines so that we all know what to expect. And so like when you go to a dating website like Facebook, the guys will be straight up and honest with you what they want. They'll tell you, I just want a fling, or I just want a girlfriend, or I don't want to have kids. Like they're gonna put those out there and they're gonna stick to it. Like they really don't want to change their mind, and guys always want to like know what is coming up. So like they want you to also be consistent with them too. Now I guess we'll take some time to you know just sit and observe, that society is changing, and And we have to be able to adapt to the new society, you know. Um, it's just very difficult for people to like listen to people when they're not interacting with them back, you know. And the tarot does have a lot of biblical messages in it, you know. Okay, maybe I'm gonna take a break now. I don't see very many people interacting. I'm gonna take a break and uh, I'll come back to you guys later. Okay, thank you so much.